She galvanized me, steady like steel, back on my feet, living for the thrill again, loving for another day. She satisfied me, gave me what I want, just what we need, never too far away, loving for another day. But she asked for something more. She asked for, yeah, she asked for something beautiful. She asked for, yeah, she asked for something beautiful. She mystifies me, tell me what I did wrong, I plead. Never did I think we would be loving for another day. But she asked for something more. She asked for, yeah, she asked for something beautiful. Something beautiful. Yeah, she asked for something beautiful. She asked for, yeah, she asked for something beautiful.
Hey desire, burning like a fire. What you gonna do when it crumbles down? Watch it get higher, down to the wire. Will you let it burn till we almost drown? Higher, goodbye, honey, where do we lie? Where you're headed, am I going there too? I don't wanna ask why, wanna give this a try with you. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone, 'cause it's a big pill to swallow, but you won't do it on your own. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone. I don't care what happens now, where we go, how far and how. If you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go. I won't let you go. I won't let you go. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone, 'cause it's a big pill to swallow, but you won't do it on your own. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone. I don't care what happens now, where we go, how far and how. If you wanna go, I'll follow. Have you made your mind yet? Have you got your heart set? I don't wanna jump half-hearted. Gotta get your feet wet, gotta give what you get. I don't wanna finish where we started. Like the river flowing, tell me where we're going. Take me to a place that's brand new. Every second growing, time feels like it's slowing.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, today we got ourselves more 5V5 1v1 Duels on the way. How y'all doing? Welcome back. We do have classic WoW to compete with for this week and probably for the next week. But I am hoping we'll see some of the regulars join us tonight. I know that my man Krager is going to be doing a grind. He's doing like a 24-hour live stream, so we won't be seeing him. But maybe we'll be seeing some of his regular boys join us tonight. We got 5V5 1v1 Duels back today over for the region of EU. You guys are more than welcome to join. Already got into a, the post on the chat, how to join us. You guys are more than welcome to check us out on LFG. Going to be starting groups up in just a moment. Let me get the music back up and running too. But how you boys all doing? Hope all of you are having a good one. Yo, did you guys see that 10-2 coming to PTR soon? Did you guys see that? Oh my god, man, I'm excited. This is what we wanted to see. 10-1-7 has been light on general class stuff, but 10-2, okay, so we got a couple of things. First of all, 10-2, right? Patch sniffers. All the patch sniffers are detecting a 10.2.0.51063 vendor. That means we'll most likely have it deployed sometime soon, probably around the same time 10.1.7 goes live, or like the same week that it goes live. But then there's some more stuff data mined, not confirmed by Blizzard, data mining, all speculation. But it seems like there's some new achievements. They don't really have any like, they don't really have any specific names behind them, but there's enough for us to glean from. So they're tied to tenders. Okay, so it's one of those things where you have to make purchases in the store to gain tender in game. Not a big fan of it. However, I feel like this one maybe someone's could let it slide just a little. It's still, I can see why it's an issue, but it could some achievement can award you 500 tender for base. No idea what that means, but we go on. 750 tender for heroic, or 250 to upgrade to heroic. What do you upgrade to heroic? Gear, possibly. Or 1,000 tender for epic. They're talking about expansions. That means we'll probably get an expansion announcement in this BlizzCon, because we are having a BlizzCon this year, which is crazy, but that's going to be fun. November is going to be the busiest month for me. I feel like October and November are going to be pretty bad for me. What's up, Shane? 50 bones? Shane, you're kidding me. My guy, we didn't even begin the stream. Can we get a big old hashtag Shane in chat for the 50 bones and we haven't even started? Okay. Well, now we got to change the script here a little bit. We're going to the EU duels, my man. My goodness. By the way, I like the little gift that it got going on there, too. I like the little transformation there. My guy, thank you so much, my dude. That's very, very beautiful and very generous of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. My goodness. What's up, Dalaran? What's going? What's up, Jake? How you like a classic? You're playing that right now? Let's see you rock. Yo, let's go, boys. Let's not even waste any more time. Pedro, how you doing, man? Hope you have a good one. Holy high, but gotta do hashtag shade of this one, man. Give this man some cred. All right, how you doing, my man? We are doing good. That time of the week? Yep, that time of the week, man. What's up, good vibes music? Hope you're having a good one. My goodness, what's up, Optil? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Boys, my man, Shane, thank you so much, my guy. I really, really do appreciate you. That is a lot of moolah for a guy that sits here playing video games, man. Honestly, thank you. That is super generous of you. Chat, the duels are up. Duels are back. All of you are invited. We're going to be listing the groups over in the LFG as per usual. Raids, Legacy in the Molten Core section, as we usually do. 5V5 1v1 Duels, groups are listed. Go. We need the bodies. We need the homies to join us to have some groups up and running. Jayhawk immediately first up. Forkbeard second up right after. My goodness. Who else we gonna get? Shredden, get in here, my man. Get pumped? Let's go, boys. Level 18 on my group character, level 8 or solo. So you have a group character? That's awesome. Wait, we actually almost have like a full 5-man team then. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Well, this group is filled. Hold on, Cyro and Call of Duty. I'm gonna open up a second group in just a second. Sign up to that one, because this one is full. Trickster, you the same, man, okay? I'll open up a second group in just a moment. I'll make Jayhawk lead for this one. So I'm gonna delist this. I'm gonna open up a second one in just a second. Pop into that one, alrighty? Okay, I'm gonna hit the list now. And I'm gonna make Jayhawk lead just because I already have him added on Real ID. Yo, group already filled. 1 second. We got at least 2 bodies. Group is open. Get in there, boys. What's up, buddy? What's up, Blink? Why did I have a hard time with your name before? How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. G, how you doing, my guy? Hope you have a good one, man. Syra, Call of Duty, and there's one extra of you. I think it's another Paladin, maybe. I'm really, really bad with names. But the group is listed. Sign it up real quickly. Tricks. Oh, that's what it was. Tricks. Wasn't even a Paladin. It was a Warlock. Grifkin Team 2. Yo. We can get Grifkin Team 2. Or maybe if we get enough bodies with our Grifkin, we could have no rogue games. Potentially no rogue games. Dude, Grifkin needs an alt, man. I feel like we give Grifkin a lot of grief, but like rogue just busted in duels, man. You know what I mean? Last week it was just literally Grifkin's like time to shine, honestly. Doing great, man. No more subs, sadly. Gotta save money. All good, all good. Moving to apartment in 1 month. That economy. Honestly, take it easy, my guy. Just I would wait until 10.17 is out, and then 10.2 is out if you want to take a look at it. But like nothing's going on about right now, so I totally get it, my man. Honestly, I don't blame you whatsoever. You said LB last week, it was okay. Did I really? Yeah, Blake, yeah, my man. I'm really, really bad with names, dude. I saw the L in Link, but I missed the B. And I guess maybe I just read your name backwards with like L and then B. I'm really, really bad at it, man. I'm bad with names. Brain don't work. Call of Duty, let's go, dude. I managed to get a name, Anathema, Shadow Version of the Benediction staff for my now priest. That is awesome. Is it poppin'? Are a lot of people playing classic hardcore? Because I haven't got to try it at all. I meant to yesterday, but I was playing a little bit more Baldur's Gate, and then I woke up this morning, and apparently they did more updates for Baldur's Gate. So I actually went back and replayed my original Rogue campaign, The Final Fight. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I wanted to see if there was more dialogue stuff. So apparently they fixed like some of the ending cutscenes to finish it up, and there is more in there. I was surprised. It was actually kind of nice. I get to see Shadowheart again for a little bit, because in my new playthrough, Shadowheart isn't a lot around. But in this one, she is. That was my like first character. Dude, what a good character Shadowheart, by the way. I am totally behind that shot. I know everybody's like, man, Karlach is so good. Astarn is so good. I feel like Lae'zel gets too much hate. Gale doesn't get enough spotlight. I think Will is also doesn't get enough spotlight. That's such a good character too. But Shadowheart, man, I don't know. Everybody like pegged her as like super annoying and like super angsty. But like once you get to know her, good character. I liked it a lot, honestly. TRQ, damn. Wait, isn't only 2 servers though? So it kind of, I mean, those 2 servers are packed. Fair to say, right? Fair to say they're pretty packed. Let me see if I can get anybody else in here. Abe, my guy, are we gonna be seeing it? Hey, Key, you're so cool. I'm mess up your name. Doing duels tonight. One in, or are you grinding that classic? I want to see if Kiosk is down to just like hop on, have some fun, go back to the classic grind after. Because it's like, are they doing like any kind of achievements for like first come first serve? Bang sent into a wall a few times. Oh yeah, 22-minute wait time for 728. Yeah, so for servers are pretty full. That's pretty cool. It's our grand classic. All good, my guy. Who else can invite me? That's regular. Aura. Let's see. Ben. Who's Ben again? Does Ben want to join my chats? There's a lot of people online over in Classic, actually, when I think about it. Body count? That's a name I haven't seen. Circa? Wait. What is that name? Bill Horde Slayers on there was Blibbers? Oh my god. Dragonblade, Stormwind. No, he's not even on there anymore, is he? Nalix. Hold on, maybe Nalix will join. Hey, Nalix. We doing some duels tonight. Want in? Probably not, right? Probably because the servers are 2-hour queue. Yeah, it's probably not worth it then. So Ivan Forbeard is already in. Jayhawk is in. Jay is on NA. Jester? He's already in Halls of Infusion by the looks of it. Kargath is an A. I'm trying to remember like who's an A, who's not a U. Luso, does Luso want to join in? Hey Luso, wanna join 5V5 1V1 Duels tonight, friend? Ben is in the he's fighting what? Jade Masters? Is he doing like a raid run? Naz, I feel like I asked him last time, but he was like not really into it. Just Paz want to join after the key. Hey Paz, we're doing more duels tonight if you wanna join after your dungeons. Let's see if he's down. Panda? I don't remember if Panda's joined me before. Hey Panda, we hosting some 5V5 1v1 duels tonight in case you wanna join. Oh, Pav, that's another guy. Paz and Pav. I think I confused the two. Hey, Pav. Duels tonight? Because we need like 2 more bodies for this group and we're good to go, chat. If you guys got any homies that you want to invite to 5V5 Duels, you guys are more than welcome to them. Roween. That's another... Does Scotty want to join? Hold on, let me see. Cobra? I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's get in here, my guy. Where's Scotty again? Hey, Scotty. Duels tonight? Need 1 and groups are good to go. Because we could get Sujiro in here, man. Scotty? That's Sujiro the Warrior. EU servers? Yes, it is EU servers right now. Crazy Shaman? Does anybody have Crazy Shaman added in Real ID? Because I don't think I got him added whatsoever. Also, why does Coincident? Is that Quinrat? Is that the guy that I know? Why is he taking name C-Mark, bro? What is this? It is Quinrat. What the hell? Coincident. I feel like his name changed to Coincidence. Actually, apt. It is apt. Let's go, folks. Yeah, dude, we just need 1. We just need uno mas for this one. The other group of Jayhawk is ready. We just need this one set up and we're good to go. We just need 1 more body. I'm trying to see if I can get a +1. I'm giving a chance for like Scotty to respond and stuff. Sleepy Bear? Oh, wait, Sleepy Bear. Hold on. Hey, Sham. Want to join Duels tonight? Because Shamtard is really, really good. Yeah, we can get him in here. That'd be fun. But I would love to see Scotty and stuff, man. I do wonder how long like the classic grind is gonna take. I imagine it's gonna be like first week is gonna be hype. Second week maybe. Don't have any PvP gear. All good, Luso friend. Does Luso PvE much? I'm mark him down real quick. With a note, just because I feel like I keep asking people a lot. PvE friend though. There we go. We'll just mark him as a PvE friend just in case. Who else? Storm? I'm trying to give like Sleepy Bear a chance. Give him a second. Give him an opportunity to respond. But yeah, we just do it on a muscle. We'll be good to go. Yeah, paired with the fact that priests get a 2-handed stats from level 1. Auto attack leveling very boring, but it's good. But until I get the wand. Yeah, honestly, need it. I can join a bit later. Okay. So he is down, but a little later. Storm. I don't remember if Storm won't join this. Hey, Storm. Hosting some 5V5 Oh, wait, hold on. Scotty? Maybe? Hello, thank you for the invitation, but I totally agree with my friends to the arena after the shuffles. All good, friend. All good. Storm. Let's see. Classic Era Realm layers hotfixes incoming. Will take a place tomorrow morning addressing issue regarding non-hardcore realms having multiple layers. Wait, so are they gonna make it harder to queue into? Non-hardcore realms having multiple... Oh, it's for the other realms. Oh, never mind then. Hey, Storm, hosting some 5V5 Duels tonight. Got a spot open. Was seeing if you are interested. No issue with transferring deceased characters in WoW Classic. Wait, you can transfer a dead character? I got a level 9 Rogue and Hardcore. Yeah, I haven't actually got to play at all. I was thinking about it, but I never really got around to it. Which a good stream. Thanks, friend. Appreciate ya. Who else can I invite? I don't know if he's around or not. AJB. Fresh normal store. I don't remember. Is that AJ? No. I was thinking, because I thought it was maybe like a Guildio mine. But I don't know if I actually have him added then. Huh. Okay, who else can I invite? MML? Maybe? Maybe Naz? Necro? Runs Lordon? He's doing some stuff right now, but I think it's worth asking either way. Let me see if Naz wants to join in. Hey, Naz. Got for 5V5 1v1 goals. Need +1 and we good to go. Seeing if you were interested. Anybody know Obliv? Like his real idea or like what he's doing right now? Because Obliv is either probably playing Classic or I'm seeing like if he's around, I'm seeing he'd be down to join in. Because I think it'd be kind of fun to have him in here. So a guy who got caught, he was caught in limbo on his character. He was dead, wanted the name of it, but he had a pending mail on it. Could not mailbox since he was dead. So could it res at all? Or was it like, or was he just like stuck? Because I haven't kept up with like anything when it comes to Classic or any of the bugs that have happened there whatsoever. So I am completely not in the loop. So if you could explain me like I'm 5, that would be great. By the way, chat, we're still looking for a +1. We'll be good to go. If anybody's got a friend you want to invite, more than welcome to Pando. Did I invite Pando? Because he's on. Hold on a second. Maybe I can invite Pando. Hey, Pando. Got a group for 5V5 1v1 Duels. 1 free spot if you want in for a few games. Let me see if Panda will be down. Did I ask him before? No, I did ask him already. Okay, no, never mind. That's awkward. Let's see. Battlelord. Who is Battlelord again? I don't remember. Hey, Battlelord, want in on some 5V5 1v1 Duels tonight, friend? Also, Jayhawk, if you could whisper me real quickly on Reality, let me know if you are down or not. He wanted the character's name to reuse it, but could not delete the character since the mailbox. Oh, he could delete because... but he can't res, so he can't load it, and it was better than if I was better English. No, that makes sense. That is weird, though. That does seem like bugs upon bugs. Couldn't delete it because he had mail, but he can't come back to the character. Couldn't delete his character since the mailbox is pending mails, but he can't res. So oh yeah, because he died. That's what it is. Wait, okay, that actually makes sense. I was gonna say like, what if I had a character like, yeah. So I guess yeah, you know what? That actually kind of makes sense. They probably had to do something weird when it comes to like you can't res the character because the game probably doesn't count your character as dead like normally. Because being dead means you can come back alive, right? Talking to like a spirit heal or whatever. It probably has to do some kind of a different buff where you can still see the person's ghost running around. Huh. That's interesting. There's no way they would have been able to test that ahead of time or nothing. He can just transfer his character and the name becomes free again. Can he? But I don't think he even can. Known issues with transferring deceased characters. I mean, they had a blue post about it. By the way, I'm glad the Wowhead has a blue post about WoW stuff and not a good friend. Yeah, Naz will be down, but he's not available to right now. Okay, so we still need a +1. So we got James, Jester. Let me see if he wants to join in. Hey, Jester, wanna join some 5V5 1v1 Duels tonight? After that friend, because we just did a +1 and we're good to go. Okay, I don't think I've ever asked Jester about it. Another thing I could do is I could ask some of the boys that are in Classic if they would be interested, just in case. But who would it be? How would I tell if they're on Classic or not? Because like that's on Classic, but is it like a PvE? Is it the EU Classic or is it the NA Classic? You know what I mean? I can't really tell. Roween? I could ask Roween actually. Hold on a second. Hey, Roween. Wanna join some 5V5 1v1 Duels, friend? We need +1 and good to go. Let's see. But yeah, that's interesting though. I never really thought about it, but I guess it kind of makes sense. I'm thinking of like, how would they make this whole like classic or core thing where you can't res again work in a game that has so much spaghetti code? And that's the only way I can think of is like give them basically a hidden buff or a hidden debuff when their health reaches 0, so they're not the same death as like a normal server where you can res. They're at death that isn't like the same death. It is a different death. The one that doesn't get a res. You know what I mean? Best background easier to class for PvP across all seasons, thinking to make it something that doesn't like pets them. So some class that isn't a pet heavy class, rogues I'd say are pretty good. Windwalker monks have gotten really good right now. Warlocks are generally good because they're really tanky. Destro's decent, I'd say. Maybe even a mage or something, right? What are your thoughts on feral druids in PvP? They are mean. They are lean. They are bleeding machines. They're pretty good, honestly. I feel like they die in a stun, but like if you could play around that in pre-bear form, you have bark skin, if you could pre-wall, and basically gotta play similar to that of a rogue, right? You gotta preempt the enemy's big go. If you can do that as a feral, they are fantastic. Plenty of mobility, lots of healing. I feel like in some ways it can be forgiving compared to, maybe not as forgiving as a rogue, right? Because rogue can just vanish and reset all the cooldowns, come back again. Warrior, that's another good one. Yeah, warrior would also be really good. No pets to worry about. Generally pretty like straightforward. I'd say like fury warrior if you really want to like pick a spec, because then you don't have to worry about that resource economy. You can just always generate rage, spend rage, and you can have some healing, decent cooldowns and stuff. I'd say warrior. Yeah, warrior is another good one. I would just gotta go off of like what jumped in my head, but yeah, warrior would be fantastic for it too. Dude, we said we just need a +1. We need one more, boys. Uno mas. Like, I wish I could tell like body count. CJ, is he EU? Is he NA? I'm not sure. Yeah, World of Warcraft fans are classic, but I can't tell if it was like EU classic or NA classic. You know what I mean? I can't tell. I can't tell. Because I think I've asked just literally everybody on my list. Kasia, does he play EU? I don't remember. Wait, is it a Wrath of Lich King? I don't remember. Diva? Okay, we got Dev Druid. We got Dev Druid. We got a 5-man. Feral's hella fun. Yeah, I'd agree with that. As somebody who plays a lot of rogue, I'm usually just like very, very favorite towards rogues. But like Ferals are really, really fun too. They're like a different kind of rogue. They're familiar. I'd even describe them close to like a Windwalker in a way. You know what I mean? ICC testing in 4 days. See if it lasts. Wait, what the hell are you testing in ICC? Are they doing Lich King? Is that what they're doing? Is it Lich King time? Is that about that time? Okay, I managed to make one of you guys lead. Hey Dal, what's your an ad now? Wait, Dal, you're on 80 now. I always was on this guy, but I'm ill in US in most cases. Just my EU account has a few on AD for old memes. Yeah, yeah, the main. Who is lead on this team, man? Who do I have here added? Sairo, Dev? I don't think I have a single one of you guys added. Who here is on my real ID? Who can I add on real ID? Call of Duty, do you want to be lead by chance? Because I just need to have somebody added here on real ID. ICC pre-patch? Are they doing it? Maybe I can be if you want. Dev, I'm down for it, my guy. How do I add ya? Add. And Dev. Hopefully I'll get ya. Hopefully it'll work if I have enough space for friends list. I do. SKXR, perfect. Where's your name at? SKXR, there you are. So, Druid, 5v1 Duels, smiley face, just to make sure I can remember ya. Okay. I think it's the first time he's okay. So I'm gonna make you lead. Just keep me updated if the group has 5 bodies, or if you need to dip. I can take care of all group forming stuff. Okay, we're gonna give this a try. SKSR, I'm gonna make you lead. Hopefully this will work out. Yeah. Queuing in a sec. And Jayhawk, I'll need to get your name fully. Hopefully I can remember it. Later match. SKXR and Jayhawk Wizard. 5 in the grand 1. I wasn't able to join. SKXR and Jayhawk. It didn't work. Hold on. Didn't you do anything? Nope. Just need to stand there, look pretty, and be group lead. And I can queue you. Your team. You're good, though. Let's see. Invite spectator match. Jayhawk, do you whisper me on reality? Jayhawk. I'm gonna do that. Let's go. It's not working. I think I got someone's name wrong, though. That or... Because SK is in. Jayhawk, are you online in reality? That might be the... No, you're... Okay, I'll try it again. Jayhawk. Jayhawk Wizard. SKXR Jayhawk Wizard. Did I get it wrong? Invite has been declined. Jayhawk Wizard and SKXR. Yeah, it says I wasn't able to join the queue. Why is that? Is your team look good, Jay? Is your team look good? Hold on. Is anybody queued for anything? Because that might be also a problem. Because you guys both are online. Hold on, chat. I'll figure this out as soon as possible. Because SK is online. Jayhawk is online. So both of them are online in reality. SKXR and Jayhawk Wizard 5 McGrand. It says I was unavailable to join. We're 5 and out of instances. Yeah. Ninja needs to join. There are queued as a raid. Wait, Nina, we're queued as a raid. You guys should be good as a raid though. Like as long as you don't have like 6 people, it should be set. Unless you're an LFG. Hold on, LFG still on? Probably AFK, by the way. Maybe that's why. Yeah, if it like offline or if it's just AFK, I think it's fine. If it's offline, that's probably why it's doing it. But I could be wrong on that. It's back. Okay, so it says Down Spectator was unable to join the queue. Is it the arena? 5 Rook? Not arena. Oh. Is anybody in queue for solo shuffle? I feel like that's also is another thing that probably bugs it. But I could be wrong. Check to see. Check to see if anyone's queued for solo. Check to see is queued for solo. Let me shredding. Oh, you're good, you're good. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why it's not letting me in. I'm not lead. Oh, that would do it. That would do it. Have him pass you lead. Yeah, my bad. Have him pass you lead. That's my bad then. Yeah, that would do it actually. Yeah, it's not gonna be able to queue at all if you're not lead. I thought I made you lead, but I guess I might have done the wrong person. SKXR. We can try now. And Jayhawk Wizard. I swear that solved it. Oh my god, it solved it. That was it. How did I make the mistake? Bro, how did I make the mistake? I was sitting here like losing my brain. I was like, what the hell am I doing? What? I was seriously asking myself, like, what did I do differently? Like, everything seemed to work fine like last week. I don't remember doing anything different than last week. I guess I passed the lead to the wrong guy. I have no idea how I did that. I was pretty sure it was you, though. But I'll need to double check out next time. Dal being a goober. Dal's being brain dead, dude. Let's just be honest here, man. Let's be absolutely, frankly honest here, boys. By the way, thanks so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Give the stream a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Tell your friends about it. Get more bodies in here, man. But first of all, let's have some fun tonight. Yeah, finally we got the duels up and running. First 5v1s of the day, boys. So Twitch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Call of Druid joining as a balance druid. I'm liking the Cenarian word, this whole nature look. Even the staff, even though it's like very, very deathly, I kind of like the way it looks. We got ourselves Dev Drux as a feral druid. We got ourselves Syra over as a retribution paladin, Trix as well as Kobe as destruction warlocks, trying to see actually one demon, one destruction, with Forkbeard over as the arms warrior over for the team too. We got us a Jayhawk on the team as the archmage, Nina Ninja, Oakstorm, and Shredding gonna be first up. Why did I have such a hard time with the paladin's name? Shredding off the bat, starting off with the stun. That's gonna be Big Infernal joining, trying to go for a little bit of that soul fire, but it's gonna be the feral breaking out of that CC. I guess a little bit early. Big K is about lobbing over him from the side. Incinerators flying from every angle. More portals to the Twisted Nether opening up as a fear. It's gonna be full. Big K is about bumped by 50%. Double bolt to follow. Bones to follow right after Shredding. Might have been a bad spot. Good stun. Oh, good interrupt the last second. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of recovery, but still under a ton of pressure. Fur getting singed by the Immolates, and the Infernal was able to force out a wall out of Cobra. Cobra? I want to call his name Kobe, but it's Cobra. It's Kobre. Is it okay if I just call it Kobe? I don't know why. It just feels fitting. I don't know why, just easier to say too. Gonna be Bonzafell, big damage, Shreddy going for the big bite, needs a heal right now, might be in a lot of trouble, bear form, oh, but a conflagration right around the corner, and Kobe does score it into reflect onto Nina, into a second, he does get a stun back on himself, oh no, Nina, into a chaos bolt right after, take a lots of damage, spell word to follow, Kobe needs on the way out, got himself a portal, may not be enough, does he have a potentially port? He does have a port, but he's so far away, trying to maybe go for a fear, getting juke out on the interrupt yet again. Fear to follow onto Nina. Does not have a way to break out of the CC. Goes in for a trinket. Board right after for Kobe. Looks like he's board is a weird spot right now. Does not have anything left. And I think Nina is going to be able to slam down this victorious warlock. Taking him out. I don't really know if you needed to flag him just there. He did end up reflecting a trinket on you, or reflecting a stun on you. So I don't really know if he deserved that one. Gonna be a big old setup bet, stun onto Trix. Maybe a bubble really early out of Nina, trying to see if he can delay it with a wall as well as a fortification from a blessing of Shield of Vengeance. Gonna be a blind onto all these pets. Trix trying to see if he can put Nina in a better spot. Shield finally winning wall to get a full tyrant. Nina might be looking at the bubble right now. That is a big old tyrant. You better use it early before your health really dips low. Trying to see if he can fight through the damage. Bubble is out. Does get to use it. There's a perfect opportunity to catch up a little bit of healing. Could maybe go counter-offensive, playing the normal 1 minute wings, so should be able to have himself a lot of that, I guess, sustained damage, really. Stun onto Tricks. Do you have wings back up and running? Because your final wreck is available. It should be available right around similar time, right? Nina tried to see if he can send some damage out into big shield. That's going to be wings available. Should be able to catch up a little bit of healing. Does have an obelisk next to them. Might want to destroy it because before Trix gets able to get himself more pets. Trix taking lots of damage. Actually, wait a second. Contrast Sucker's going to be dead. Oh my god. Just slamming these warlocks out of the game. Stone to follow. And Sarah is not going to give an opportunity to keep the onslaught rolling. Was able to go in there, smite these warlocks out of the game. But it's going to be Oak and Storm up next as an enhanced Shemansman, trapping Sarah inside of his static totem. Big ascendance to follow, full ascendance. That's probably could be a bubble potential on Sarah. Takes a lot of big damage. They did nerf the burst damage of ascendance, the prog damage, the lightning damage around it, as well as the wind strikes, but it's still hard hitting. Sarah does have to go for a bubble as the health dips super low. That's where Orchestra needs to find a way out of this situation. Does he have a burrow trying to go for a knockback into Sarah? Doesn't get to do much. Needs to get himself a little bit of catch up. So into a little bit of a war stomp versus Sarah. Trying to see if he can maintain his health as best as possible. Shield of itself for the palace should be able to stabilize. But Oakenstorm, as long as he's got himself Maelstrom, he should be able to maintain the healing. Short stun onto Sarah for just a second. Guardian Spirits available, so he should be able to get himself big recovery on a 2-minute cooldown. But he mostly ends up healing his pet than himself. You can see like the Guardian Spirits kind of showing up over his Earth Elemental. But the actual Shaman Oakenstorm not really getting nearly as many procs into a burrow for a second. Does he have any combo off of this one? Sarah sees one big hit, might be able to take him out. Big damage out of a handsome Shaman, but I think Sarah might just be able to take him down. So close. But Sarah was able to hold on to any other immunities after this one. Forkbeard leaping right in the corner, charging on to Sarah. But a Blessing of Protection does help him out. Shattering Throw, trying to see if he can break it, does get to Seiro, is going to be able to round the bend. Forkbeard needs to get back over there, needs to put in some pressure onto Seiro as soon as possible to deny him any kind of healing whatsoever. Have himself Sharper Blade. Searing Glare is going to end up actually causing Forkbeard to miss all of his attacks. I think the actual Mortal Strike never gets to connect. That's why he gets to keep the Sharpened Blade buff. He's got himself Avatar, he's got himself Warbreaker, everything available. He just needs to get in there next to the Paladin, immediate blind by Sarah as he rounds the corner and is trying to go for a little bit of that survivability. He needs to build up a bit of holy power in order to get away from Forkbeard as well as get himself a bit of that recovery. We are high into dampening already with a 23% dampener. Plus, the Mortal Strike dampener damage from the Forkbeard as well. Not going to make Sarah feel great. Is going to play into Crusade. Big damage out of Forkbeard. Could pop a parry. This way, Sarah needs to have someone available. Stun to Forkbeard. As soon as they see that parry, wants to go in and get a couple of damage hits around the corner, but doesn't really want to fight a warrior with a full avatar and a parry available. Trying to go for another Searing Glare. Should give him a couple of seconds of freedom. Trying to see if he can maybe turn this around, but Forkbeard able to recover a ton of health within a short window. Big layer hits for Sarah, trying to keep himself afloat at no matter whatsoever, hoping to keep himself alive as best as humanly possible. And there goes the Storm Bolt by Forkbeard. As long as he's got mobility, should be okay. Avatars available, Blaze to follow. Sarah not looking all that good right now. No more wings available. Does go in for the Dark Ritual to remove any of the bleeds on him, but at this point for Forkbeard, I think it's his game to win. As long as he gets back over to Sarah, there's nothing that Sarah can really do to stop this warrior's go. As long as he can mount up, get back over there, let that second wind help him alive. Sarah got no mana at all. Shield of Vengeance, last bastion of defense. Maybe could use that aggressively to have it pop at Forkbeard, but do you really want to chance it? You gotta go for as much recovery as humanly possible. Does get a dodge away past the leaf for the warrior, able to avoid the charge intercept right after him. Has himself the blind ready. Needs to make sure that they get it set up at a good time. Looks like Forkbeard is actually just gonna back up out of there, kind of letting Sarah come to him. But Sarah's just gonna sit back there and heal up. They don't have a lot of mana to work with, but they're going to try to heal up as much as possible. I think Crusade should be coming back up by them, but Forkbeard should have at least a parry to follow off from that. Has a trinket available as well. Sarah does get a bubble very, very soon. So if Forkbeard doesn't get aggressive right now, he wants to avoid the blind, but he needs to get aggressive. He does most likely have himself a way to break out of the blind, a bubble. He's going to go for the trinket off of the hot stun this way. Sarah trying to see if he can back up out of the hand of freedom to let him run away. Able to catch up quite a bit of health though. And maybe together with Shield of Vengeance, with wings and the bubble, might actually feel pretty healthy in order to get back to Forkbeard. Got himself everything. That is a trinket out of Forkbeard too. If you have a stun to combine with it, you'll be golden. Missed an interrupt. Sarah got us a Shield of Vengeance. If you do have Crusade right now, I think now's the time to do it. Mad blast of damage on Forkbeard. Got himself a parry. Looking to heal up a little bit. Blind for a moment. Charging back to Sarah. Got himself that bubble available. Is going to use the bubble to give immunity to Forkbeard. Trying to see if he can find it, but nothing he can do. Sarah is fully ramped up and ready to go slamming past the warrior, just crushing him under the weight of that holy might. And Jayhawk Wizard, last man representing his team over in Team 2. While we still got 3, we got Double Druid with Dev as well as Call of Duty over in Team 1. With Sarah being the champion that's so far been able to hold the fort. Jayhawk is an arcane mage, and I feel like those guys generally have an easier time against warriors and paladins. And I mean, we've seen Seawork topple rogues too. We've seen Seawork topple feral druids too. So usually melee, not the worst matchup from what we've seen. But we'll see how Jayhawk does it. Trying to take it slow, take it steady, not charging in there. Honestly, I think he does want to play away from pillar. If Sarah can play around the pillar, Hand of Freedom should let him get the line of sight. Jayhawk as an arcane mage has the mobility to counter it. But I think if you want to play for that dampener, you probably do want to just play out in the open, get yourself a bit of that distance versus Sarah, not give him any line of sight, going for the most amount of burst possible, and just crush the paladin before he goes out. I messed up so bad. I'll go Porcupine. Don't worry about it, my man. Don't you worry about it. We'll get more chances to play tonight anyway. Is it going to be the Pally trying to see if he can swing around to the other pillar? Jayhawk looking to catch him. Barrage does go flying, but it doesn't quite connect in the same way that it wanted to. Jayhawk just taking the sweet time. Honestly, I feel like for Jayhawk, maybe charging in might not be the worst idea. But it looks like maybe got Sarah away from pillar. Hand of Freedom got him some plenty of movement. Blinks are available. Jayhawk can just keep him out in the middle. Sarah trying to see if he can reposition behind the pillar as soon as the Hand of Freedom is stolen. And I think that's exactly what Sarah's going to go for. It does not play into Blessing of What is it? Spell Warden. Blessing of Protection is all he's really got for an immunity. Poly out in the open. Xavier got himself quite a bit of damage. Crusade is available. This way, J-Hawk can go for big damage. Hold on a second. You're not Blessing of Protection? Wait, do you have access to both of them? Hold on a second. News to me right now. Apparently, he does a Blessing and Spell Warden mad damage to Oh! I didn't even realize it. I thought you were Blessing of Protection, but I guess you could have both. You just both go on cooldown, right? Is that how that works? Hold on a second. Saber with 4. Yo, Paladin's popping off, man. Well done, well done. Had to play it slow versus the Warrior as well as the Mage, but with that Crusade, once it's there, you better use cooldown. So for Jayhawk not using Ice Block against a full Paladin with Blaring Wings, probably was his downfall. Alrighty, boys, let's get on the mouse going. SK and Jayhawk. Let me know if you guys got groups. If you guys still got 5, if you have less than 5 people in your party, let me join the group and I'll see if I can help you form up and add a little bit extra bodies, yeah? How many are we at on EU, by the way? 170? 180? Hold on, 190. Oh, 196. That's a lot, actually. Got 5? Awesome. Jayhawk, let me know how your group is doing. If you got 5, we'll just get it queued again. Otherwise, we'll rotate some bodies if we need more. Yeah? Also, let me get the fan up and running, too, because it's going to get hot in this room. What's the last time we've seen a Paladin pop off like that with 1 before, by the way? Huge Crusade value. I feel like Paladins, for duels, I feel like Crusade is huge. No, last time I think we had a Paladin really pop off was the Shield. Sword to Board Paladin with Anto. If you guys remember that. No, it wasn't even Anto. It was somebody else. I forget who. I think, wasn't it an A? It might have been on an A. Now I'm starting to think about it. Is the group good? Let me see. Group, full friend? Need more? Yeah, Jay, if you could just keep me updated pretty regularly, we can get these games back to back to back like that, my guy. Pretty quickly. But yeah, that was awesome though. I enjoyed that. What is that you're doing, Jake? All good? Okay. If we are good, let's do Black or Cold. Not give these casters too much of a chance here, yeah? We'll do Black or Cold, and then we'll do Blade's Edge after. We'll get a map that's pretty good for melee, and then we'll get a map that's pretty good for them casters. By the way, Enhanced and Shaman, even though they got nerfed in their burst damage for 1 AFK, all good. We can wait for a second. But if we get Shamans with the burst damage and Ascendance, okay, no, we can wait. Yeah, we're good. All good, friend. I don't know, SK, do you have the stream up and running? Or if not, then I could just message you back in Real ID. I think that's gonna be easier anyway. But yeah, so some of the changes they've made this week, chat, is Warlocks got buffed all across the board. Actually kind of insane how many buffs they've gotten. 15% buff to a Chaos Bolt, like 25% buff to the dots for Affliction, and Demon Bolt buffs and all that stuff. I gotta show them, but it's a delay. Yeah, I can just message you them. Cool. Yeah, I'll just message you to make it a little bit quicker. Skip the delay entirely. Let me see, where are they? Where are these changes? Isn't that with a... What am I looking for? I think I'm looking for like picture of, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I was looking for a picture of Alexstrasza. But they have it. Frost Death I got buffed. I want to see if Night King is going to be there tomorrow, if he's going to be playing Classic. Havoc Demon Hunter got buffed all across the board. Aug has got a bit more personal damage, less of like group damage. BM Hunter and Hunters in general got buffed in burst completely. Discwave's got a nice buff, which is cool. Elemental Shaman actually got buffed in terms of Lava Burst and Lightning Bolts. Less Flame Shock damage, which I think actually would be kind of good, especially when it comes to burst or how Shaman set this up. Enhanced, we got a bit of a nerf for Ascendance and 1 strike damage inside of Ascendance, but the Storm Strike damage itself outside of Ascendance, and even Ice Strike got a decent buff there as well. Warlock, it feels like a 25% buff or like a 20% buff all across the board for the class. As Affliction got 25% more damage for Agony, Corruption, Drain Soul 15, Oblivion 40. I want to see how Oblivion works. We need Tagsy in these duels, man. Where's Tagsy on? If he's around at all. Dude, I need Tagsy back in my life, man. We need to see some Affliction action tonight. I think it'd be awesome. If possible. I don't think I have any other Warlocks. Wait, Kryzer, where is he on? He's not even online, is he? No, he's not even online. Alrighty, are we good to go? I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try it Uno Mas, see if that works. Arms Warrior also got kind of buffed, kind of nerfed. Less burst damage, but more sustained damage. I don't know how that'll feel. Fury also got buffed. I would love to see what that plays like and feels like. But a lot of people were hypothesizing that it might be kind of cracked now. Fury specifically. But we'll see. Out of context, silly Citrus is full. Yeah. I feel yeah. Still AFK? Okay, we'll give him a second then. Yeah, we'll wait. Or if like a second a long while, we could swap him out, I guess. But we'll give him a little more time. So how many of you guys in chat are playing Classic for hardcore? Or rather, how many of you guys have even given it a chance, like given it a proper try? Because I'm not sure, like I wasn't sure just how big it was going to be. I know that it had a big community, so I know there's going to be a set amount of people that'll play it, but I don't know how many people were like, new people were going to try it. Also, if you have tried it, how you feel about it? You liking it? Because I'm still kind of on the fence with like I feel like I should play it. I should give it a go, but it might even be like, maybe I should just like push keys. Or just like play with homies or whatever. It feels like with Baldur's Gate 3, I've been missing out all my weekly stuff. My characters all together. And if 10.2 coming out kind of soonish, or they'll be doing hopefully announcements for 10.2, PTR stuff for 10.2, it might be a good idea just to get a bunch of characters like ready and like 10.1 gear. He's not talking, but is he back? He's losing health? I mean, I'll give it a try, right? Maybe he's back? Potentially? That or he's just getting attacked by like a mob out in the wild? Maybe? We'll give it a try, see if he's back. He's here? Cool. Cool, we queue it up. We'll see if that'll work. I want to get as many of these games as possible tonight, and make sure that NA gets as many games as possible tomorrow as well. But we'll see. I would vote for BM Hunter with head pets. Yeah, when he said like he wanted a class that isn't a pet-based class, I just avoided like Frost Mage entirely, Warlock completely, except for like Destro maybe. I did recommend Demo, didn't I? No, Destro. I think I said Destro. I hope I said Destro. But you can't like sacrifice the pet. It is kind of. No, you would scratch the Warlock out of the wood, because like sometimes you have a pet and that can be like extremely useful when you can use it correctly. You could sacrifice it, but it's probably better just to have a pet than not. At level 28 died Sag. Oh no, does the whole server get to see it? What's the highest level anybody's gotten so far? Like, what is the highest people gotten so far? Also, is it only guild that gets to see when someone dies, or is it the entire server? Because if the entire server sees it, man, especially if it's like the guy that's the highest level out there, that'd be kind of 28. That was the highest. Oh no, what class were they? I imagine it's all mages, rogues, and like paladins that are leveling right now that are probably at the higher end. I've got the add-on to see everyone. Oh hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I feel like that should just be like the person with the highest level. The entire server gets to see that one. Yeah. It's like kind of like an announcement that everybody gets to know that it died. It's almost, it would be kind of embarrassing for the person that is leveling, but to be like the guy that is the highest and the whole server gets to know that he downed. I think it'd be kind of cool, a community experience, you know? Alrighty. Switch. Got ourselves Team 2 together with Forkbeard over on the Arms Warrior, Jayhawk on the Arcade Mage, Nina? Ninja. I have a hard time with your name. I don't know why. By the way, I'm a big fan of that golden pig. The entire mog, by the way. I like that a lot. What the? Shredding. Literally shredding the drum right now. Oakenstorm, first up, but it's going to be a Cyclone out of Devo. Is he going to play for that Cyclone combo? On the Feral Druid, Maim does give him full bite. Stun is going to be a trinket immediately. Oaken into full ascendance. Does the Feral stick around? Does it back up? Mad damage out of enhancement. Wait, Devo could be in trouble. Does go for bear form. Barskin, every defensive he's right now. Got himself wall. Trying to see if he can get counter aggressive. Going to be Oakenstorm with a trinket. Sunder for a second. Devo, oh my god, just got blasted with those wind strikes. They nerfed it too. But a single wind strike combo still does a lot. Was that like the storm strike, like double wind strike combos? Big damage out for I'm gonna call it Kobe. I don't even care. I know your name is Cobra, but I'm gonna call it Kobe. I like that even. Actually, I see why he called himself Cobra. I see why he did it. Maybe I should just respect the name, respect the man's name. Oh my, you know what, Cobra? I am going to respect the name from now on. Big blast of damage onto the hits with Shaman. We got some bursts of this one. Convoke, I haven't seen it in a while. Big bites, but it looks like the Succubus ate quite a lot of this bite. Still got a wall out of Cobra. The man does not have a big dark pact at all. Fear onto the Feral, does go for the big bite. Shredding, just looking to see if he can just shred Cobra down. Has himself Mortical coming back up in like 17 seconds. I was about to say 18. Trying to get himself a Bonzafell. Does catch the Feral Druid. Could break it. Trying to see if he can walk out of it. Big damage on the Shredding either way though. He does pick up a little bit more health. Cobra needs someone right now to lift this into a board. Got himself someone inside. Looking to see if he can run away from Feral. 3 seconds on a Mortical. Does get a juke out of kick. Mortical finally Fury to follow. Does he get himself a setup? Needs to go for the big go. Shadow Fury. Stuns the Feral. Does he take him out right now? Shadow Bolt or does Case Bolt may just do it. Dark back last second. I think it's just over. Shredding. Trying to see if he can survive this. Needs Heart of the Wild right now. Does go for hard. There goes the Frenzy Regen. Needs to back up out of there, catch up a little bit of healing. Trying to stay aggressive in this one actually. Cobra does have a shield. It is going to wane off. I think that's what Shredding trying to see if he can go for the bite. Does he get enough bleed? Stun into Cobra for a second, but looks like the dots do end up melting him. Jayhawk running in. Jayhawk needs to be shut down immediately. Cobra, do you have Reflect? He does. Poly, Succubus CC breaks out of it. Doesn't break the Polymorph though. Could take him out really quickly. Cobra needs something. Ring of Fire, Mortical, Reflect, everything you have available. Reflect up immediately. Got himself the Observer. Into a Mortical, but Jayhawk looks like reflected it back at Cobra. He spells stole the reflect for a quick second. Fear. Cobra trying to give himself a little bit of survivability. Back it up out of there. Does have a Warlock Hellstone, but I think it may just still be on cooldown. Gonna be a Barrages back-to-back with Absorption. Oh my god. Jayhawk did not care about that Observer whatsoever. He just wanted to get in, get some extra cleaves onto the Warlock, taking them out of the match fairly quickly. Sarah, this is going to be up next. Last time him and Jayhawk fought each other, it was a pretty high dampener game. Big crusade damage versus Jayhawk, trying to see if he can play around the ring around the Rosie with Sarah. I think he may just have to get aggressive, especially if Sarah got him some full wings available. Definitely want to play that defensive, but outside of that, that's where Paladins don't have the most amount of damage while Crusade wings are down. But it looks like Jayhawk is instead trying to play it super. Are they switching? They're swapping. Hold on a second. Jayhawk might not be aware, but they're switching it out. Sarah went back there, but it's going to be a bash on Jayhawk. Is able to break out of the sun fairly quickly. Ring of Frost onto Call of Duty as he's trying to go for big damage. It's going to be Jayhawk blasting him out with an Arcane Surge. Massive missile damage. Trying to go for a silence on Jayhawk. Doesn't quite connect. Jayhawk still free to cast. Call of Duty might be in a bit of trouble. Trying to go full defensive Cyclone. Doesn't get an interrupt on Jayhawk. Try to go for a kick. Does get to go for a kick into Barrages to follow. Mad Barrages with Arcane Orbs back-to-back. Call of Duty got himself full defense and tried to go for a bit of recovery. Cyclone finally gets to the connect onto Jayhawk, but he's able to get out of there very quickly. Knocking the Druid back into the arena though, but he's going to use that line of sight in order to get himself a little bit of that cover. Jayhawk got himself some shields, lots of damage potentially, got himself cooldown reduction. Touching the magic is available, but he's just getting blasted out by these little Fey Spirits, Fey Dragons. For Call of Duty, got himself full catch up, ready to go, lift some of the ward's damage of Jayhawk. Now he should be fine. He wants to play into that Moonfire, Sunfire, get some sustained damage in there, and definitely should do that whenever possible. Bash out Jayhawk, expecting to blink out of the mage, does get himself a random time warp, so could use that extra haste in order to get himself quite a bit of damage. Call of Duty does get a juke out or interrupt, trying to see if he can just live it to regrows. Might not be enough. Cyclone to follow, still has a big touch of the magic. Ice block out of Jayhawk. Wait, you blocked that? Were you still cycloned? It's gonna be Barrage to follow. Big orbs. Call of Duty might still be not out of the woods just yet. The man is just trying to see if he can survive this. Breath to fall last second. Barrage taking him out. Sniping him right in the face. Oh my goodness. Right for the jugular. Is Sarah seeing the Jayhawk already ice blocked, seeing that the mage is limping, he's on his last leg. This is where you make your push. This is where you get in there, trying to see if you can get him out in the open with a consecration, but Jayhawk blasting himself into invisibility and hoping to skulk out of there, maybe get himself a couple of ticks of food. Sarah is literally right on his tail immediately though. Stun, immediate blink, but Jayhawk got himself the ultra time, so he should be okay. And is able to reposition too, stealing all the movement speed out of Sarah and is able to reset a little bit behind the pillar. Sarah still got mobility, full crusade wings are available. This is where Jayhawk needs to play as safe as possible. What is the most amount of damage Sarah has? Final wreck does not connect. Jayhawk get himself a little bit more health. Shifting power just to get some cooldowns back. Maybe you can use that defensively. That's going to be Seiro fully mounted up. This is where you need to interrupt and control Seiro as much as possible. Goes in for a poly. Could maybe be a wings or trinket. Wings are down, right? So actually for Seiro, not a great spot to be in. Full burst available for Jayhawk. And Seiro's not going behind the pillar. You just bubble him while you're out in the open. Try to go for a kick. Completely juke them out. Big damage to Seiro. Try to go for a kick. As long as you got interrupted, you might be okay. Bubble is out. Jayhawk just needs to live this for a little bit longer. Seiro not in a great spot. One bastion of defense is down. Could maybe get himself that immunity for match damage. Trinket out of Jayhawk. Knock and Seiro back towards the wall. And it's going to polymorph him. Trinket out of Seiro. Try to go for another poly. Jayhawk not in a great spot yet. Again, needs to get his images up and running. Needs to get as much mobility away from Seiro. I don't know what you can really do survivability wise. Got you some shields at the very least. Better be aggressive with those as best possible. Big damage out of Seiro. Trying to see if he can take down Jayhawk. He's got himself lots of potential damage. Still not in a great spot. Shields are barely keeping him afloat right now though. Breath of the Seiro. Maybe you can have yourself a big go. Touch of the Magi is available. Got yourself random lust. Maybe you make some work off those some big bursts. Jayhawk trying to see if he can live this, but no, Seiro does end up executing him right then and there. Forkbeard charges him, but a blessing of protection stops him before he can even have himself a proper go. And Seiro trying to go counter offensive here while Bop is up, but Forkbeard is just not taking any damage whatsoever. Not until Seiro gets himself a full set of Crusade Wings, which those should be coming up very, very soon. I'm not even sure what happened with that leap of the chart, by the way. That was just, Forkbeard just all over the place. So hard to track sometimes. And I feel like that's just only a spectator thing. I'm hoping that's not what Seiro is seeing with Forkbeard zooming all over the place. But Seiro trying to see if he can get himself a good round to bend. Does get to blind Forkbeard. Next few attacks are going to miss him, which gives Seiro a bit of a breather. Wings are available. Forkbeard though knows that Seiro doesn't have any more immunity. Blind hands. Last bastion of defense does have a parry back up and running. So Seiro got nothing left unless you can stun him. Does get to go for a stun. Forkbeard got himself a big shield. Wait, maybe Seiro still blasted it. Oh my god, the hammers, dude. Just keeps hammering out the warrior back to back. Full wings are up for Nina. Blind to follow. Breaks out of it immediately, trying to make sure Seiro does not get out of this one scot-free. Staying on him. Does go for that final verdict. I don't really know if you need to be flagging him like that. That's a bit of BM. Trix is going to be up next, trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Summon to Nina immediately, but it is fully DR'd. Does have an obelisk. Nina may just want to take down the obelisk. That's going to be quite a bit of that pet damage gone. Observer and a wall. Nina, right now you're in a great spot. This is everything coming out for Trix. All they need is a tyrant, and as long as you can bubble and live this, bubble, live it. You're not a lot of health left, 42% DM, but you just got to play it super, super safe. Still got wings, I believe. Unless he doesn't. That is a full tyrant still blasting. You better get lettuce out of that thing. Wait a second. No, no, stun. Oh, no. Oh, you got to treat. You got your eyes on the warlock. You got to make sure to pay attention to the tyrant too, man. You got to also scope out that tyrant. See what that thing is doing as well. It's just as threatening as a warlock. Take him a dip. All right, SK. Sounds good, my guy. Seiro lead. Sounds good. I just need to get Seiro added, or I need to whisper Seiro. One of those two. Yeah, let's get us another one going, boys. Yeah, uno mas. Seiro, man, I think I gotta get a whisper from you, or I gotta find a way to join your group so I can list you boys and get you guys a +1. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. So Seiro, what server were you on? Crap. 2y2y friend. Seiro, crap. Who else do I have added over there? Seiro, could you whisper Dal Spectator on Argent Dawn? Or if I could find your name some way, somehow. Hold on, let me just go to like footage. What server are you on? Because maybe that'll be easier. Because if I could find the clip with you. Seiro on, which server you're on? Alaria. Seiro, Alaria. Seiro. Alaria. Hi. It's Dal. Just so I can take over groups. There we go. I think I got you. I think I got it right. Yeah, toss me that. Yeah, toss me the lead too, and I'll take care of everything. The way I do my 5v5 1v1 duels, I try to coordinate with you guys and control all of it to make sure that if you are going to be leading the groups, you can be mostly hands off. You just need to be sitting. You just need to be there and sit pretty, and I can get you guys more bodies in. Like Atho, my man, dude. This guy, Atho, are you playing Classic? Are you gonna be playing Classic, or are you just taking a break from that thing? Because we got my boy who's gonna be lead silver. I gotta get you in here too. Yo, Jay, Jayhawk, got 5? Or need more? Because I can get you +1. I got silver, you can join ya. Silver, I'd love to get you in. I'm sure we'll rotate some bodies here throughout the night. Okay, I got the Rogue Paleo, the slowest leveling. Really, Hunter, Mage, Priest, fastest. So I proved myself and I didn't even touch Alien Classic era. I didn't even know the AH was there till 2 minutes ago for Nidos. Yeah, apparently there was one. Surprisingly. Smoke beer be 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Let us know when you're back. We gotta give Trix a minute. Smoke break. Is that what we were waiting for? Is that who we were waiting on last week? Is for Trix? We'll give him a second. So apparently, so what I saw from the Wowhead tier list is the best classes for leveling in Classic, not the fastest, but the best, are Rogue, Paladin, and Mage. But you're telling me right now that the fastest are Rogue and Paladin the slowest, Hunter, Mage, Priest the fastest. Fastest to get a higher level, but like, are they going to be able to do well towards the later levels, or do they still scale properly? Because their thought process on for why they place Hunters at like B tier is because usually their pets do a lot of the tanking, but there are going to be moments where your pet is going to be dead or you'll get hit and your defenses are not leveled. They can't even do a poison quest as a rogue. Well, so I don't think a lot of rogues know how to do it. You're not supposed to fight anything. You're not supposed to kill anybody as a rogue. You're supposed to stealth past all the mobs, right? Stealth past all of them. Sap the guy at the top of the tower, grab the vial, run out, and vanish. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grab it, run. You'll get a couple of hits here and there, but you go pop evasion, run. It's still hella sketchy to do. Oh, for sure, but that's what you're supposed to do. Because I remember trying to fight stuff and I died, initially leveling rogue. But apparently that's not what you're supposed to do. Like, they basically designed the quest to be like, okay, well, what would a rogue do? Well, the rogues are there, like, their class fantasy is stealing stuff. And being able to sneak past a bunch of heavily armored mobs, unseen, unfought, take the thing they need, make it out of there like a bandit. So they literally designed a quest to be like, you're not supposed to fight anything. We're going to make these mobs in there super, super, super difficult to fight through. You go up there, take the thing you need. Kobre, how you doing, my man? I also want to say your name like in Russian letters. They're using like the full B and the R. Kobre. Is that traps? Is there traps in the tower? I don't remember. I got my wand on the 20 damage per second instead of 4. Ooh. Was it expensive? You know what? Doesn't even matter. That's huge. That's big value. That's huge value. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How did it not give you a wand as a night elf? Is it just like not common? I'm pretty sure the human starting zone gives you plenty of wands off the bat. Cobra, what's up, man? Yeah, I always want to read like in English letters using Cobra, 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 just an E at the end. But in Russian it'd be like Cobra, the B and the R. There's a little bit of that roll to it. Cobra. Even sounds better actually compared to the English version. Back? Okay, cool. Okay, we good then. We're gonna give you guys like a caster map. Athor, you're gonna be lead. Let me know if you ever got a dip. But my man, love ya. Silver, we'll get you in the group as soon as we have a spot, okay? Hopefully you are in chat. We'll get you boys in here. Athor, are you not playing Classic or are you just like taking a break though? I haven't heard from you. Athor, man, and Jayhawk Wizard. Blades. We'll give you guys the Blades, we'll give you guys the Pandaria map, we'll give you all of them, man. Watch me somehow die once I got my OP weapon. That's usually how it's gonna be, man. That's just how it be. That is how it be. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try official hardcore. Cool. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if I want to try it or not. I feel like I should play it at some point, right? At least at some point should give it a try. But I'm just not sure, man. It's just had a hard time like really sticking with Classic. Wrath was kind of fun. Wrath was a little different. It felt a little faster. Actually, a lot faster in comparison. It's the same strength as Might, no mana cost. Oh yeah, dude. And you also don't get interrupted. Don't get like the knockback or the pushback in the cast. That's huge. That is mad. Alrighty, switch. Make sure music is on. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm good. Alright, I think we're beautiful. Switch. We got ourselves Tricks over for the Team 1 as a Demonology Warlock, Cobra over on the Destro. I do like, look at that set, man. It's like a more modern Cobra looking guy, you know what I mean? Even the tabard and everything looks good. We got ourselves Saber on the Paladin, Athaman on the Paladin. I love this set. I still gotta get the full set, by the way. I'm still working on that this week. And we got Call of Duty gonna be first up versus Forkbeard off the bat, out in the open. He got himself a bit of an extra shielding though from Jayhawk. I feel like Jayhawk is usually using it just for self-defense. So I guess in a way, Forkbeard is kind of getting some cheatsy doodles bonuses here with that additional shielding. Actually quite a decent shield. He's still holding on. I'm surprised. Because I'm pretty sure Call of Duty only has like a dotted. Although that shield actually lasted for a while. Maybe we shouldn't be putting that shield on others. Gonna be reflected for Forkbeard. Call of Duty got himself a little bit of damage. Barkskin playing a little defensively once Forkbeard is out of that route. Trying to see if he can back away. Trying to see if he creates some distance from Forkbeard. Already was able to use a couple of his charges. So maybe able to make some work here. Trying to go cat form. Maybe go for maybe a prowl, reset, stun. Keeping Forkbeard dotted though. As long as you're keeping him dotted, you're in a good spot. Just gotta keep the sustained damage rolling. Forkbeard with a charge. Judy needs to escape that as soon as possible. Make some distance between the two. Did end up getting himself a little bit more resources. Could go for big damage, but Forkbeard sustained damage is actually, you can feel it. You can feel the sustained damage buzz recently. So it's gonna be shrapnel falling from the sky. Judy back with another knockback at the Forkbeard. Got himself a charge. Normal mobility. Entanglements are gonna be big value. Judy looking to catch up a little bit. Trying to go for a little bit of dots, a little bit of hots. Reflect up for Forkbeard. As long as he is constantly taking damage, the man will not be able to heal all that easily. Judy making some distance, half a couple of stars just to follow all of these phase spirits, attacking him from every angle. Stars falling from the sky, so all this damage is coalescing little by little. Parry up for Forkbeard really early. He realizes he's not really going to be able to do a lot of healing against the Druid, and I think even caught up a little bit of health too with the Pendant Victory. Stun Trinket out of the Call of Duty. Blaze Storm to follow. Forkbeard finally got himself a good setup versus Druid, and hoping to maybe see if we can tear him down little by little, limb from limb. But the burst damage of an Arms Warrior has gotten lower since the last update. Trying to go for Cyclone, doesn't quite connect. That's going to be a bit of a shielding for Call of Duty. Not in a great spot either way. They got himself hard in the wild, and Forkbeard recovered a ton of health so far. As Judy, not in a great situation in that execute range. Executes are going to hit a little bit harder now. The sustained damage, blade damage, the mortal strike damage, everything hits so much harder. But the big avatar damage isn't going to be as effective. Blaze Storms though, everything like that, sustained damage might also be worth playing into. Big bleeds, rand, everything, might as well, right? Gonna be Baz. Judy not in a great spot, trying to go for a clone, finally gives himself a bit of a breather. Heart of the Wild still rolling in, needs himself just a little bit more recovery, but he's trying to decide whether he wants to go full damage on Forkbeard or not. I do see that Judy's cooldowns for Incarn as well as Celestial Alignment are still available. It might be a bug and you might have used those early on to the duel, and they're similar to that of a Paladin, like they don't really go on cooldown, at least on our end as well. So maybe Judy did burn cooldowns earlier versus Forkbeard, maybe he hasn't. So I'm not sure if he's trying to play him super sustainy, or he's saving, or he's already bursted and just kind of waiting until it's back up. Now burst is available, now cooldowns are up. Forkbeard trying to see if he can fight through the damage. Knockback doesn't quite connect fully, doesn't quite throw Forkbeard off the ledge. It's gonna go for one of the interrupts. Cyclone could go full, it's gonna be a regrowth for Judy. Might not be in a great spot. Parry up for Forkbeard, got himself Blade Storm, it's gonna do a lot of damage. Is able to bail out of there with a quick flap, recharge, and re-intercept by Forkbeard. Blade Storm to keep himself completely immune from any kind of CC. Judy trying to go for a little bit more defense inside of Bear Form. Root onto Forkbeard, still dotted, still rotting little by little, but for Judy, just needs a little bit extra to break past the Warriors' defenses, man. Warriors, as an Arms Warrior, even though they don't have like a lot of self-healing compared to, let's say, Fury, they're still very, very, very tanky, man. Very tanky. Between the second, oh, not second one, Ignore Pain. I guess there's second one too, right? Whenever you don't get hit for a good bit. As well as Impending Victory, as well as Parry. It's actually quite a solid amount of defense too, just enough, especially in duels, in order to be able to put some pressure on the enemy team, put them on the back foot, force them to play defensive, which is just advantageous for you altogether in any way. Gotta be a root onto Forkbeard, does charge in. Oh yeah, also, he's playing a Dark Iron, so he does get to remove all the Zots too, isn't he? Barskin right after. Call of Duty trying to get himself a bit of distance. Is it going to be enough though? Forkbeard is actually kind of sort of lowish on health. Silence doesn't quite interrupt anything for Forkbeard. Got himself a little bit of health recovery. Judy just needs a little bit extra. He's able to get Forkbeard's health kind of low, but as soon as he closes the gap and gets in the melee range, that's where Call of Duty is in a lot of pressure, under a lot of trouble. Forkbeard does get himself a shield, trying to see if he can once his charge at Judy, or keep the shield rolling. Because the longer he stays at shield, more than second wind helps out a ton. Dude, that shield with Spore Cloak and second wind is actually such a good healing combo right now, especially if you can just get away from the enemy and hold on to the shield for as long as possible. That is a lot of healing you can get very, very quick. The stun around the corner, but Forkbeard is nowhere in sight. Disarm right after. Charges out, does not have access to his weapon just yet. Judy with another burst of damage, trying to see if he can make something happen here. Could potentially be a lot. Big moon coming down so far. Forkbeard trying to see if he can deal with the damage. Reflect to follow. Judy actually hasn't fully done it up. Parry right after. Does go for a Star Search. Needs just a little bit more damage. Forkbeard might just die here to the dots and finally does go down. 5 minutes, 25% dampening. Judy basically just had to wait until he has enough of a dampener, similar to that of a Mortal Strike of a Warrior, in order to be able to rot him down. With Oakenstorm up next as an enhancement, Shamansman trying to see if we can get around the corner, full root on him, as well as the Earthy Elemental. While the Earthy Elemental is active, it is going to give Oakenstorm a little bit of that extra health fortification. So you should feel pretty safe here in this duel. Trying to see if he can go for a totem onto Judy. Does look to lock him down. That is going to be a knockback. Bash to follow. Forcing a trinket out of the Shaman. Full Ascendance as well as the wall is active. Trying to go for Cycle, but it's going to be mad wind strikes. But he popping the trinket really early. Gives Judy a perfect opportunity for a cycle and gets it up and running. And trying to see if he can maybe get away from Oakenstorm. Kind of went pushed up a little bit too far. Root to follow. At least he's able to avoid a lot of that burst damage. That is the nerf version of Ascendance, by the way. The fact that they nerfed it and it still has this hard, honestly, I feel like at this point you just kind of want to combine Ascendance and get the Ice Strike, because I got buffed by 45%, and that honestly might be plenty. Versus Sunder, full Ascendance, Wind Strike, Ice Strike, Wind Strike, that honestly might just do plenty of damage either way. Or just Storm Strike, Ice Strike, Storm Strike, that also might do it too, whether you're in or out of burst. Oakenstorm, no more Earth Elemental. Judy kind of has some defenses going back up a little by little, even harder the Wild, so might actually have himself a little bit of longevity in this duel. Has himself stealth, so you can always get himself a proper opener onto Oaken. Full damage from range, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. Stun totem around the corner, does get to connect. No trinket. Actually, trinket is available for Judy. He is to a Barskin bash to follow, trying to see if he can keep rushing away from Oaken. Make some distance. Silence to follow. Doesn't actually get to interrupt anything. Disarm right after as he gets up close. Big bloodlust available. Light and Lasso to follow. It's going to be so hard. Knocked back as the totem comes down for Judy. This gives him a bit of a breather. Actually wants to see if he can get aggressive, but the totem isn't going to let him go anywhere. Oakenstorm trying to go for a little bit of healing. Judy's in a great spot right now. Now is the time to push the advantage. Oakenstorm backing up out of there, but even as he's behind the pillar, the extra sustained damage of the stars as well as the Moonfire, Sunfire from Call of Duty, it is going to be quite disruptive. Oaken looking to catch up a little bit of healing. Judy got himself plenty of max range. This is where Oaken, does he charge in with the Ghost Wolves? Full Ascendance, or does he back up out of the leap and in? Does he have anything to follow? Full moon coming down. That's going to be Judy trying to get himself a little bit extra healing. Wasn't able to juke out a kick out of Oaken, but playing more defensive rather than aggressive. Oakenstorm gets himself an opportunity to at least go for a little bit of recovery. Wall available, Guardian available. In fact, everything is available. We are 8 minutes into the duel, 40% dampening. So at this point, you ain't healing much. Bash to follow onto Oaken, has himself Wall and Guardian. If he uses those in the correct time, he will be okay. Lack and Lasso wrangle up the Druid for a second, trapping him in a totem. This one, Druid does need to focus down this totem at some point. Worse up to follow, does go in for rooting the silence. Wall is out for Oakenstorm either way though. Could dip out of the situation, but looks like he's just gonna go bloodless. Instead, his health gets super low, decided to go for a little bit of defense. Druid could end the duel right there. It's actually, I don't know, playing more defensive than anything. Oakenstorm needs some survivability. Got himself a wall. Nothing he can really use. 44% dampening is starting to take out on him. Druid needs to push in. Now is the time to make the play. Now is the time to go on the offensive versus the Shaman. He does have a sentence going back up in 10 seconds. So Oakenstorm, I think, is going to try to see if he can combine that together with whatever other cooldowns he has, maybe with Ghost Rolls, and then try to see if he can end the duel. If Druid isn't fast enough, I think that Ascendance could wipe him out of the game. He does have Barskin very soon. He's going to have Bear Form, Friends of Region, Heart of the Wild, Renew. So he's got himself a lot of ways to survive this burrow immediately as soon as Oakenstorm sees Judy out in the open, saving that burrow to go for a knockup. It's going to be a leap back for Judy, leaping right after him. Last to follow into a trap. Got him so fully stocked up. It's going to be Disarm on the Ascendance. That's not super fortunate, but Call of Duty not in a great spot. Ascendance could be huge amount of damage. Wind Strikes are massive right now. Blasted through the Druid. Got him some plenty of that range. Lightning Bolts to follow. Needs that line of sight. Got himself Ghost Raptor as well. Quick gross for Druidy, but he just doesn't have much to work with. Sunder doesn't quite connect, knocking the Druid out in the open. Got him so hard in the wild, maybe that'll be enough. That's going to be a little bit of heal catch-up for Oaken. Call of Duty has him in such a low health. This is where you just want to end it right now. He's still playing it super defensive, but dampening isn't going to let you. At some point, you just have to give up trying to heal yourself and try to stay as aggressive as humanly possible. Judy with the disarm yet again, knockback into Oaken. He's gonna use that knockback in order to back up out of there. He has lots of damage hitting him back-to-back. Judy just needs to keep the guy in play, away from any kind of pillars, and just push in and the duel. 14 seconds left on that wall. Oaken Storm hoping maybe that Judy keeps playing it defensively. Star Surge, just a Star Surge. It's not gonna feel great at all. Trying to see if he can go for a big old stun onto Judy. Lightning Lasso locking him down for just a second. Oaken Storm with a Basher after has a trick and interrupt to follow him. Does some stars. Moonfire Sunfire blasting him. Cyclone last second. Big lightning bolt out of Oaken Storm though. Druidy barely any health. Oakenstorm also barely any health. Just needs one more Star Surge. Druidy could end the duel right now. Oakenstorm, does he have anything? Does have Guardian. Wall was used there at some point. Maybe Guardian will be enough. 56% dampening. Trying to go for more stuff, but it's just over. Call of Duty does end up blasting him out. Man, I feel like this guy should have played more aggressive. This guy got more bite to him than he thinks he does. He needs to give himself a little bit more credit, man. Shredden gonna be up next. Is gonna try to see if he can get himself an opener. Cyclone. Convoke getting interrupted. Immediate knockback. Druidy needs to get the hell out of dodge as soon as possible. That is going to be full cooldowns out of Shredden. I feel like Druidy needs to play defensively, needs to play for the long game, range, but also needs to stay aggressive. You need to do damage at all times. Now it's going to be a Skull Bash, mostly just to close the gap, but it's going to give that juke for Druidy. Not enough to go down just yet, but I think Shredden will have him bash to follow. Trying to go for Cyclone. Oh my god, so close. And Shane with a dono. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you. 20 more? Oh my goodness. Shane, you are a beauty, my guy. Can we get a hashtag Shane, boys? Appreciate you, my man. Athman gonna be second person in Team 1 to even get a chance to play, actually. What a long game with the Druid. By the way, I like the curve sword. Everything around this man is just so whimsical. Down to the curved blade. Shredden, not gonna feel that great at a 63% dampening. This is where you would like to play into the healing playstyle. Gonna be after picking up the eyes, immediate stun onto Shredden. Full crusade wings are down. Shredden does have a bar skin available, wall available. He has everything up. That's gonna be convoke, interrupted immediately. Try to see if we can blast through. It's gonna be mad damage. Shredden over the wall may not be enough. Even if you go bear form, Heart of the Wild healing, that may not be enough for you. Try to use everything you can. Renewal DCBs right now. Oh my god. Athame just walked in, full blaster damage. Jayhawk trying to see if he can blast out Athor. Has not needed to use Bubble or Blessing of Protection, and in this case, Spell Warden. As Athor got himself split. What are these hammers, dude? That hammer of the righteous, that execute hammer. Jayhawk immediately just dips into the ice block. Look at the healing. He's not gonna get any, man. Ath, if you got any self-healing right now, now's the time to do it. Maximize the value. Big Wake of Ashes immediately as soon as Jayhawk is out in the open. Try to go for Invis on that one, I think. And wasn't able to get most value. Ath needs a bubble right now, I think. Unless you can just fight him through Shield of Vengeance. Get him some Shield of Vengeance. Wall available. Maybe that'll be enough. Stun. Jayhawk does have a trinket for this one. Try to see if you can blast him out. Bubble mania to use it. Oh my god, so much damage. I feel like it either was one of those things where Ath just stuck with it and just used the global for damage. That or just Bubble wasn't back up just yet. Forbearance was up for a little bit longer. Sayro tried to see if he could finish up what Athaman started with this duel though. Mad damage out of Paladins, by the way. Once you get a fully stacked up Crusade, I mean, those hammers from a distance, I mean, they're just chunking people. Chunking Jayhawk easily. Does go in for the stun, has a blink available. But at this point, I don't know how Jayhawk is going to make it out of this alive. Does go for the probably last second, but it's just over. Nina versus Sayra. Sayra actually has everything. Doesn't have a trinket, but like Bubble, everything available. Nina playing it super defensive. Seen that Crusade wings. Wants to be very careful. Got wings of their own. Bubble for Sayra. Maybe Nina pops Bubble of their own. You definitely want to use immunity early before your health goes low. Actually taking big hits. Might be a Bubble situation either way. Shield evaders may not be enough. Try to see if you can get some value from it. Bubble. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you might actually just want to bubble it early so your health doesn't take dips at all. Maybe even if you have like Spell Warden or something, that would do it too. So Drudy got 2, Sayra picking up 2 at the end, and Athaman blasting out 2 as well. Well done, well done. One of the teams that didn't really get a chance to play, the Warlocks, I think on Team 1 with Drudy, didn't really get a chance at all, huh? Let's get us another going here, boys, yeah? One más. Atha, Jayhawk, let me know if you guys got still 5. We'll get another one going. If you guys need more bodies, let me know. Silver was trying to see if we can get a chance to play as well. So maybe we can get him in there also. I'm Hunter using Pen and Reason must. Yes and no. I'd say a pet in PvP for a marksman hunter is better than no pet, because the pet comes with a pet sack ability that ends up being huge value within PvP. But also having a pet for a stun, a pet to attack an enemy when you're trying to line of sight them also can be useful. Pets also have bonuses like leech, which doesn't really get much use. You can go for health, or actually defense, or no, health fortification of the bear. And then there's also Master's Call, so it gives you like movement, speed, freedom, which is huge. We're gonna smoke. Also need a +1. Okay, invite. We can get silver in there, unless you know how to do the group Satho, or if you remember how to do them. Jayhawk, let me know if you need more bodies, my guy, and we'll see how things go. Pass me lead real quick, and we'll be good to go, bud. Yo, silver. By the way, if you're still around, we got a spot. List. Perfect. Duels Dalaran. Yeah, silver. We got a spot right now, my guy. Same spot. LFG Raids Legacy. We got you one right here, my man. Back. All good. All good. Group good. Fast I have. All good, my man. I'm in the 4-bullet cave and kill me. Every pull has been 2+ mob full. Oh no, dude. Yeah, that's rough. Dalaranчик, привет. Друзья, здорово, скиндов. Веселого стрима и отличного настроения. Большое спасибо, надеюсь, нравится. Надеюсь, вам тоже нравится стрим. Мне нравится сегодня. We good? Awesome. Jayhawk is all good to go. Skinduff popping in, saying his regular hellos. Appreciate you, my guy. Saying hello. Hope everybody's having a good one. Hope the vibes are good. What is this? My friends memed it to hell and back. Oh, the death? There it is, man. There it is. That's fun. Let me see. Did I save this one? I hope I did. Yeah, I did. Cool. We need Onomas, boys. Onomas will be good to go. Onomas, and we're good to go. Silver, if you're still around, my guy, more than welcome to join us right now. We got a spot. Oh yeah, aspect is PvE. Anyone mark you down? Crazy? Does Nelly want to join in? Mezzy? By chance? I feel like I asked Dark Knight before, right? Dark Knight. No, I haven't. You can get him in here. Hey, crazy. Wanna join some 5V5 1v1 Duels, bud? What did we lose, by the way? We lost Sayro. Okay, so we have Trix and Cobra. That's 2 Warlocks. Pally, we're good. We're chilling. Kai? Yo, get in here, my guy. Kai, get in here, my guy. I don't remember who Kai is. Okay, you're good, fam. We're good. We are set. What's up, Kai? Hope you're having a good one, my man. Hey. Who's the lead here again? Atho? Atho. Okay, we're good. Now we're set, boys. Да, отлично. Прекрасно. You got Power Word Shield level 6? Wait, that's huge. That's kind of OP then. Power Word Shield is a good ability when you think about it. Like, what a good shield spell, man. You know what? Ever since I played Baldur's Gate 3, I respect a lot of the early spells you get, like in the first few levels. Because Baldur's Gate and the D&D thing, it's really front-loaded for what some of the utilities classes get really early on. And I started to respect like the early few levels of like what you get. And when a class gets a lot of cool stuff, I think that's even better. So it's like as you get higher level, like you don't get nearly as much stuff, but it's like it trickles down or whatever. Atho Man, Jayhawk, Wizard, 5. Let's do, I don't know, Lordaeron, Hook Point, or let's do Hook Point. I feel like we haven't done Hook Point this early in a good bit. Sounds good. More than welcome to stick around, friend. Always welcome. Always welcome. Chatter Priest main rotation leveling is you have at all 10. Just kind of chill and relaxing. Yeah. Yeah, the rotations are pretty slight, but I mean like abilities besides just the rotation abilities, like utilitarian stuff. I really did start respecting like utility stuff, and I feel like it would be cool if WoW could utilize it more. You know what I mean? Like when you're leveling a wizard in Baldur's Gate, right? And you get an ability to, you can either go invisible, or you can send a fireball, or you could use this ability called Knock, which can open up any locked door or chest or anything that's locked. I feel like in WoW you would never really need like a reason to unlock something, because if you have a rogue you can do it. But man, I wish there was like more reason for like utility spells like that. They're just so flavorful and they're so useful, but it's just like there's just not enough like usage over this kind of things. You know what I mean? Switch. Got ourselves Athaman over on the team. One first up out. I like him in his donkey, dude. I feel like that just adds to the whimsical nature of his whole mod. We got Call of Duty over in the back as a druid. We got us as Kai as an arms warrior ready to go with tricks, as well as Cobra on the warlocks. You got Forkbeard over on the team too as an arms warrior. Jayhawk waiting his turn. Nina Ninja in the back. We got ourselves Orchestra first up versus Athaman, knocking him back immediately. Got himself the Earth Elemental rushing in. Athaman got himself full crusade, trying to see if he can blast out Orchestra. Man is playing super defensive wall right after. May decide to go counter offensive with Athaman. Burrow for a second, trying to see if he can die away from all this pressure. Crusade wings are super scary. Got himself the trinket for a moment. No, not trinket, totem. But it's going to be spell warded for Atham. Big wind strikes. So those physical. Looks like those some straight up physical damage. Mad damage. Oh my god. Atham is trying to see if he can find through Hands of Shaman. Full burst. Where's his full burst? He got himself the magic immunity, but wind strikes are shearing right through you. That or just the amount of auto attacks and wind fury procs that the shaman was getting. Nina is going to be up next, playing the normal wings, not the crusade wings. So he's going to have a bit more uptime of them versus Atham. Atham with the shield of vengeance, dampening super low right now. Beeline into Atham for a quick second, and Nina maybe can make some work off of this. Some blades of justice are going to be available. Got him some plenty of range damage. Big hammers flying out. Atham trying to see if he can retreat back behind the pillar. At least a little bit of healing available. I don't even know what kind of buff he just got. Was that a druid buff for Call of Duty? I'm perfectly fine if you use buzz, by the way. Nothing we can really control in duels. I was just seeing that tiger paw above your head. I just wanted to figure out what that was. This is going to be Ninja Nina. I guess both actually. It's part of your name, in fact. You got it going back in there versus Atham. Shield of Vengeance, full wake of matches. Atham needs someone right now, unless he's down for the count. Lay on hands, maybe at all. He got no more bubble, he got nothing. Needs lay on hands if he has it. Oh, big damage. I don't know if I need to flag my boy like that, but you do get yourself at least one kill for the night. Kai gonna be up next as an arms warrior. Oh, you even got the tabard. I like that, actually. That looks so good. I feel like I should probably go and get that, honestly. It's like a Twitch drop right now, isn't it? But he's just waiting patiently, waiting for Nina to come out in the open. Nina wants to save a little bit of time until cooldowns are available. Kai is perfectly fine, just walking slowly, solemnly. Maybe even trying to see if he can get a quick honorable bow versus Nina. But the paladin is ready to go, doesn't want to quite do it. For Kai as a warrior, normally this is a class that gets countered by red paladins. That being said, there are some things you could do, like the Stormbolt combo, to deal with the wings available for Nina. Immediate fear onto the paladin. Kai trying to play it super defensive might actually be a good spot right now. That is full cooldowns out of the paladin. You want to respect the cooldowns. You don't want to treat them like they're nothing. Got him some plenty of mounted speed. Nina got a hand of freedom as well as a pony, but isn't able to catch up to Kai whatsoever. 20 seconds of wings will not be able to utilize the value whatsoever unless they use some ability to catch up to Kai. Once wings are down, Kai's in a much better position, can play the sustained gameplay. Nina still has plenty of powerful coolness to work with. Stun to follow. Kai got himself plenty of damage, trying to go for big exit, because that shield of Vengeance is going to do a little bit of damage. If you can reflect the stun back to Nina, by the way, that'll be perfect. Stun, has himself a trinket available. Still big hammers slide in. Kai got himself quite a bit of damage of his own, looking to maybe go for big sweeps under Nina. But Bladestorm in order to deal with a blind, trying to see if he can charge and maybe go for a leap around the pillar. Still staying on top of Nina in some ways. Blazing Protection doesn't have an answer for this one. Needs to play super defensive. Defense, got him some Rallying Cry. Warlock House on as well. Plenty of opportunity to at least survive this. At least Perry's keeping him rolling. Stun right after. Got him some Battle Stance. Maybe this will be enough. Looking to catch up a little bit of healing. Got himself a shield, but I don't think that's a Spore Cloak or anything, is it? Maybe? Might need a Spore Cloak. Do you not have Spore Cloak? Oh no, Nina! Oh my goodness. Wait, you're not gonna flag him now? Oh my god, Nina! That's so close. Trinket out of that stun. Bubble needs to be used. I feel like Nina needs to retreat. That's a lot of demons. Maybe hit him with a blind. Back up out of there. Nina needs to find some cover right now. That is way too many demons. Trying to go for a stun. Needs to avoid that tyrant like it's life-threatening, because it really literally is. Fire out the open, Nina. You got himself a wall. You got Shield of Vengeance. Better use it as early as possible. Trying to see if you can destroy through this army of Fel towards the Warlock. Stun. Able to avoid it entirely. Too many DRs at this point. It's going to be getting another stun added to it. Do you have lay in hands? Do you have anything? Wings? Wings lay in hands. Maybe you need to use something right now. You're still not in a great spot. Fear to follow a hand or go downs. It's done very little damage. Are you still alive, by the way? What? Intro and intro? Do you have? Does get himself lay in hands. Try to stay on him as best as possible. This paladin is actually so brave. Just why? Back away, retreat a little bit, give yourself a little bit of breather, something, anything, needs something right now, but the demon doggers are gonna charge out. My goodness, Nina is too brave for their own good. Convoke immediately opener, gonna be that Axel stopping him and plays tricks, is gonna be able to give himself a bit of a retreat as a port behind the pillar. Got himself a gateway too, so he has himself an extra escape away from the Feral in case he wants to use it while available as well. Take a big nasty bites back to back, shredding, walking into this duel with everything. Tricks just needs to get himself all the pets onto the Feral, back up out of there, quick stun. Honestly, it might be a good time to retreat. Wall, not a bad choice either. It's going to be a skull bash for shredding just to close the gap. But Triggs just needs a little bit extra. Got himself a Dark Pact available. Is going to use a Trinket to follow. Mortical available, maybe. Shredden's out in the open. He has plenty of pets attacking him. Tyrant is going to be there right around the corner with the Obelisk. Tyrant not attacking him whatsoever. He's just waddling after the Druid, but I think it might not even matter. I think it's just over. Does get himself the drain at the very, very end. Triggs just needs a little bit extra versus Jayhawk right now. Does himself Dark Pact. Jayhawk, I think, is in a great spot. I think it's just going to be dominant position. There's going to be more demons for Tricks. Needs to back up out of there. Actually, big damage to Jayhawk. Wait a second. Axe Toss, I think, locks him out too. Got himself the ult of time. Trinket to follow. Hold on a second. Tricks taking so much big hits with that touch of the magic. The big barrage at the end, taking him out. Mad Execute. Judy is going to be out in the open as a boomkin. Immediate breath, immediate ring of frost onto Drudy, kind of stuck in place. Can at least get some dots, but Jayhawk got even more damage. That's why Drudy may honestly just want to get himself frozen for a second. Gonna be missiles right after. Bash, it's gonna be Jayhawk breaking out of them fairly quickly. Iceblock to follow, he got himself lots of damage still, but I think it just might be an opportunity for him just to cool off inside of Iceblock. Lots of potential damage, but better play it a little bit safe. 32% dampener, not going to feel great at all. Able to get himself plenty of recovery, but at this point, unless you start spamming out shift and power, you're not going to be seeing another ice block anytime soon. You better be putting that on cooldown every single second you get a chance to. And Call of Duty, kind of trying to see if he could waddle away. He got a plenty of sustained damage of Jayhawk. He honestly could just put some Moonfire, Sunfire, dip out of the pillar, let those dots keep being refreshed, and for the most part, that passive damage would melt Jayhawk over time. So he's got to get aggressive. That's exactly what he's trying to do. That's going to be Drudy trying to play super defensive best as he can, but Jayhawk got plenty of mobility, able just to get on top of him. Freeze to follow. Gotta get the Druid trapped up. Wait a second. No, somehow avoided it. I guess it's like getting the knockback. Was able to leap over the ring. That is super unfortunate. Bash at Jayhawk. As it has a blink, I think he was just saving that blink for a little bit later. Drudy, did you end up walking into the fire? He walked near the fire, but I think the fire faded right as he was walking into it. Knockback on Jayhawk yet again. You just see those dots. Look, the stars are literally in your favor. Moonfire, Sunfire, the little Fade Dragons that have joined you, they are doing plenty of damage to Jayhawk Wizard. He just needs to get super aggressive. Drudy just needs to play defensive. Now the shooting power is available, so the man gets to cut back some cooldowns off of that ice block yet again. So maybe more value for Jayhawk. Does get a freeze. Walks into that. This man's too mobile for so good. Literally walks back into that solar beam. Into a disarm. Big damage on Drudy. Maybe he goes down right then and there. This is where Jayhawk trying to see if he can end the duel. Does he get a chance right now? Touch of the magic, coalescing quite a bit of damage though. Is it going to be enough right now? Drudy trying to go for Cyclone. Interrupt the last second. Does get himself a bit of a shielding. Actually, plenty of health still available, but not enough for this barrage. Is just able to spam barrages. Oh my god. Oh no, we actually are alive. How are you still alive? Jayhawk just needs a little bit more barrage globals. Just a couple of more. Has himself into... I think I was missiles with the barrage at the end. And Cobra is going to be up next. You got 2 minutes left on that ice block. I don't know if you'll be able to do it. You got to play it super safe. Got himself an abyss, so maybe at least can get away from Cobra. If you can run into that room, maybe sit down, get yourself a little bit of food. Hanging around next to the Warlock and their gateway is not the best place to be, but it is where you kind of stuck. You have nowhere else to go really, do ya? My goodness. Breath immediately doesn't quite connect with the Succubus. Is going to be Succubus CC as you go for a poly. At least you get yourself a bit of a breather. Looks like it's actually super DR'd. Trinket out of Cobra. Wait for a second. Maybe Jayhawk, this could be huge for you. Touch of the Magi, ultra time available. Cobra is kind of in a weird spot. More to call. Jayhawk is still chilling unless Cobra just gets big bursts out of nowhere. Ultra time needs to be used at the right time. Does get to use it to recover a little bit of health. Cobra takes a big hit. That is going to be wall available. Fear to fall. That is an Dark Lair. You need to get the hell out of dodge. You getting aggressive right now is not a good play. That's going to be the Dark Lair punishing you. I feel like at that point, if you have a blink, go behind the pillar, get yourself cooldown reduction, more shift in power. I think that's where he could have been fine. But Cobra is getting aggressive this way, Jayhawk. I like that aggressive play. And I think that's exactly what the man needs to be doing more of. But at some point, like when you have full Warlock, full cooldowns, at least let aside while they have cooldowns and then get back in there. Because I feel like Arcade may just get definitely play a sustained matchup. Forkbeard is gonna have to be playing around with a Succubus slowing him, Infernal keeping him warm around the pillar, and Cobra got plenty of portals around the corner. Forkbeard is gonna have to find a way to break over to Cobra, stun lock him, and get as much pressure as possible. Needs to be conscious of the ports available. Cobra could just will the guy down and cinch him down over time. He just poking out, getting a couple of conflagrations here and there, keeping the dots rolling, got him some more portals. Succubus, you see last second, actually even has a cannonball charging in his face, even though while he's under the thralled. With Succubus into a mortal coil right after, maybe Butterfield breaks. Oh, barely broke, but a cannonball is going to be brutal. Oh my god. A cannonball at the end. Nothing he can do about it. Jayhawk with 2, Nina actually picking up 2, Trix picking up 2 as well, and Cobra with 2, man. My goodness. But at least I'm glad everybody got a chance to play that round, yeah? Hell yeah, boys. This got us another one going. No grip slaughtering baddies. Come on, Wolf. What the hell is wrong with you? I am gonna assume you mean baddies as in like in a good way, not in a bad way. Yeah? Come on, man. You don't gotta be toxic like that. Hey. Let me check. Crazy Catty does want to join, or Crazy Cat, so we can get him +1. Atho, as well as Jayhawk. Let me know if you guys got a 5-man right now. If we're good, let's get another one going. Otherwise, yeah, let's get another game rolling. Still full, awesome. If you need more spots, Crazy Cat will be down to join. Hey, is group good? Hey, is group still 5? Just double checking with them. I'm down. Plus, hell yeah. If we get spots, if Jayhawk needs more bodies, we can get more for Jayhawk. Crazy Cat will be down to join. Plus, try Assas. Go for it, my man. Go for it. Would you suffer against Demo Justice was served? Good, just sec. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we have spots for now. Someone level 35 on the server? Yo, that guy. What class are they? What class are they grinding at? I think they might have figured it out, man. Looks like we are still full, but Druid swap. I'm waiting for him. You know, the spot opens. We usually get to rotate people out once a game. Yeah, I'm gonna let Crazy Catty know though. Mage, of course. Okay, so when it said the mages, rogues, and paladins are apparently top tier for leveling, at least one of them is right, yeah? At least that's what Wahid said. So, makes sense. Level 35. I wonder if those mages and the priest and hunter, or at least I wonder if the 2 mages in the Arathi Highlands are leveling together. Because imagine if you level together, it's probably better, right? Big A whip pulls, lots of AoE damage. Watch the stream? Sounds good, Crazy. Yeah, that works out, fam. Yeah, but yeah, no Grifka tonight. So everybody actually gets a chance to play without Grifka being gone. That is one advantage we do get with these duels, though. Let's see. What arena do we do? Do we do Tiger's Peak, man? I think we do Tiger's Peak. I like that. I want to do a Lord Run. I'm a little on the fence about like a Dalaran Sewers, but I feel like we should do Dalaran Sewers just to get like variety, yeah? Maybe. Top 3 were right though. Priest, Mage, Priest, Hunter. I see the Hunter is probably good in the early levels, but I wonder if that like Wowhead post is going to be right in terms of like the maybe fall off towards the later levels because like you need your pet to be survivable. But like maybe they just expect it to Beast Master and just have a beefy pet so it doesn't really matter. I haven't leveled up as a hunter, so I would have no idea. Priest one I do think was a sleeper though. I do think it was a sleeper. But the Wowhead like tier list described them as like the basically worst paladin. Like they don't have plated armor. They're like a paladin just without the plate armor. But I wonder if they were looking at like all the priest buffs and all the self-healing. I guess it depends also how you pull, because a paladin I guess can do like big AoE pulls with consecration, can they? So maybe that's what they were taking into account. Who knows, right? Who knows? Which. Got ourselves Atherman over on the team one. Look at old Whimsical. Got us a Call of Duty as a Druid. Kai, first up, charging out versus the competitor. And this is going to be Forkbeard, Arms Warrior versus a Fury Warrior. Kai instead switching it out. Does have a little bit more survivability compared to an Arms Warrior. I do like how we might not, Jay, we might just have you not put up a shield on people in the opener, by the way. I know you're a major, you're just giving everybody like a shielding. But we might just have to deny that. Gonna be a parry up Forkbeard as Kai's getting quite a bit of pressure. Fear onto Forkbeard. May not want to just leave him over there with a parry, able to heal freely. You will want to walk out of there, at least get him into combat. Does throw the weapon, denying Forkbeard any healing. This way, Fury Warrior does have the advantage, able to heal, while an Arms Warrior is kind of limited. Stun full onto Forkbeard. Could go for the big executes. I wonder if he's playing the big Onslaught build too, because they did buff Onslaught quite a bit. Forkbeard able to catch up a little bit of health. Kai does not really have the big bleed setup or anything like an Arms Warrior would, but is able to get himself plenty of damage though, plenty of pressure. Jayhawk is going to be up next. Doesn't really want to open up in the visit at the bat, since he already sees where Kai is at, and Kai is not in a great spot right now. Jayhawk trying to make sure there's as much distance between him and the warrior off the bat. But for Kai, he really does want to minimize the distance as best as possible. You want to use your charges as well as leaps in order to reconnect with the mage, but between blinks, ulti times, that's shooting with a shield. With a shield, you mean? Yeah, I do think we should probably not put up a shield at everybody. That being said, I mean, for Kai, is Shaman giving people? Oh, yeah, actually, that's true. Yo, Jayhawk, could we remove the Earth Shield? Could the Shaman just give the Earth Shield to himself, by the way? Let's just do that, yeah? Jayhawk, it'll be, actually, yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Some raid buffs are like Mage Intellect buff, or like a Priest buff. Those like we can't really control. But a Shaman can choose not to put up an Earth Shield on an ally. So Jay, could we remove that Earth Shield? Could somebody let him know on this team, like, yo, could we just remove the Earth Shield? We actually did have a duel where a rogue did end up having an Earth Shield the entire time, and I just didn't notice. And that the rogue got so close to dying that one round and just lived. And I didn't notice the Earth Shield at all. Jay, dude, I can't really message Jay, that's the thing. I can't really message Jay. Can somebody message Jay real quick? Yo, can we take off the Earth Shield? Oaken Storm, can you message him? Nina, can you message him? Remove the Earth Shield, just right click it, my guy. Just right click it real quick. There we go. Now we're good. Yeah, now we're chilling. Perfect. Yeah, Earth Shields, let's keep them to yourselves, yeah. I feel like Earth Shield is one of those things we haven't made a rule for, so that one is just like a personal buff. Stun onto Jayhawk, could go for a blink. Kai is able to avoid getting frozen. Bleed immediately onto Jayhawk, could be quite a bit of pressure. Gonna call for Jayhawk with a charge right after for Kai. Does get frozen either way. I didn't realize that the Ring of Frost completed itself. Full burst for Jay is gonna go for a trinket out of that fear. Could have gone for undead racial. Big burst out of Kai. May need to use some defenses. There's a lot of burst for Jayhawk. Is able to reverse a lot of this damage with it all the time. Kai not in a great spot. Needs to reconnect with Jayhawk some way somehow. He's able to charge back to him. Does he have any more mobility, or is Jayhawk just kind of able to run around the guy? Able to just float around the man, hit him with missiles, barrages, back to back, shooting power back out for Jay. And Kai needs something, anything right now in order to survive Jayhawk. He got himself the second win, so Jayhawk is forced to push in. He got himself Ring of Fire, so maybe could use that. Does Kai not run second wind? Oh no. I feel like you may definitely want to spec it to second wind for duels, even though you're a Fury Warrior, and you can get a lot of healing out of it. If you can spec it to second wind, that's going to be huge, especially if the enemy just kind of lets you back up out of there entirely. For Kai, right now, there could have been a lot of healing. This could have been a healing opportunity. But I think right now, he's just supposed to play it super safe. Wait until cooldowns are available. That or wait until like some kind of CC's available. Just anything to stop Jay. He's able to back blink over towards Kai. Has himself the ult time as well, so he's able to change positionals. Able to get his barrages off the bat. Reflect now for Kai immediately. Polly doesn't get to reflect that back into himself. That's going to be potentially full burst out of Jayhawk. Got himself bloodlust and everything. Root onto Kai. Looking to get himself a little bit of that line of sight. Touch of the Magi is on him. That's not going to feel great at all. Kai with the defensive stance. Doesn't have big defense at all. Trying to go for a kick. Getting juked out by Jay. At this point, unless you got big heals, you're going to be in a rough spot. Stormbolt does get to get some value. Big turning around. Massive damage. Oh, Jayhawk, wait. Oh my god. Ice block. does give him just a little bit of survivability. Kai, not in a great spot right now. Doesn't have himself big defenses whatsoever, but doesn't want to let Jayhawk out of his sight. Breath fears him before the breath hits. Hold on a second, what was that breath? What was that fear? That was so good. Reflect up. Got himself a bleed onto Jay. Able to reflect at least one of those barrages. Just use one big barrage, it'll be good. Leaps over. Oh my god, the missiles that are so close. That was such huge damage. I love it. Oh my goodness, the Fury Warrior almost had him there. My goodness. If only you could have somehow interrupted him on Frost, but there's just not a lot of like opportunity for it as a warrior to interrupt mages on Frost, unless they're going for Ring of Frost last second. But in most cases, that just a mage just wouldn't be casting that to begin with. Atho trying to see if he can find Jayhawk. Consecration down, but it looks like the wizard is going to be able to get away and even reposition. Does get Atho out in the open. Nova, Poly, got himself a decent setup. Could potentially make something happen. Could be a lot of bursts out of here. Does have Arcane Surge. Atherman better be very careful. Does he pop immunities? Wall immediately. Still lots of damage for Jay to get with touch of the magic. Got himself full percent wings available. Is he just going to try to see if he can just heal through the damage, or is that going to be an immunity right now? Shield of Vengeance is trying to see if he can save a lot of the immunities for later. Does go for the spot warden. Last second, Jay did have himself all the time available and trying to see if he can slink away behind the pillar. Atherman got plenty of hammers flying at the guy. Is going to be a little bit more healing. Atherman looking to close the gap. Stun to follow. Jayhawk could go for a trick, or maybe even a blink. Poly onto Atho. Does not have a way to break out of this Poly. Still wings are available for a little bit longer. Jay is just going to leave him polyed and back up out of there. Trying to see if he can get some cooldowns back very, very quickly. Shifting power. Sitting down for food. Unless Atherman is quick in the draw. This is going to be Ring of Frost. At least able to avoid for the most part, as Paladins do have quite a bit of range on those abilities. Jayhawk still plenty of pressure. Plenty of gusto. No more bubble though, and Atho is able to take him down. Needs to catch up with as much healing as possible before the next competitor, and it looks like Oakenstorm is going to be it. Earth Elemental immediately trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Atherman does have a bubble available together with a Lay on Hands. You will want to be careful with that Lay on Hands. You could use it early, but you kind of got to be aware that Oakenstorm is not going to want to go for big damage on you. You are playing Judgment with a Dispel. That's not going to feel great, by the way, Atho. You're just going to get yourself in a situation where you're trying to run away from Oaken. You're going to throw out a Divine Toll or something, right? A random Judgment is going to hit him. You're trying to round the bend, and you're going to get knocked up in the air. Going to lose out on a lot of the mobility. That's going to be maybe a bit unfortunate. Could be unfortunate. Going to be immediate root onto Atha into a totem right after. Hand of Freedom available. Sunder to follow. Still able to not escape the totem even with a Hand of Freedom. So that's going to be stun totem right after. Warstorm, big ascendance, could be a bubble, might need to be a bubble. Atherman doesn't at least get to bubble this out. Is he going to go counter offensive? Has to go counter offensive. He's trying to definitely put some pressure onto Oakenstorm. Does he get to get himself away behind the pillar? Oaken needs that line inside, massive wind strikes, but looks like Atherman barely survives it. No mana left whatsoever. Has himself Lay on Hands, Shield of Vengeance, and potentially Crusade coming back up. If you're careful enough, you might be okay. That is also Battle Message Trinket on you that is going to be waning off. Stun onto Oaken, has a Trinket for it. Atho not in a great spot. Shield of Vengeance, last Bastion of Defense. Maybe if you have Wall with this one. Lassa, not going to feel great whatsoever. Human Racial is able to break out of this one though. Lay on Hands to get knocked back, trying to make some massive value, and does get to slay down the Chamois with the QKL. Going to be up next. Full burst into Atho. Nothing left for the Paladin, just an execute away. Did get quite a bit of damage at QKL though. Even though he was going to go down either way, still was able to get quite a bit of pressure. Stun immediately onto Trix. It's going to be a stun onto QKL right after. Obelisk down, Wall to follow, trying to go for a kick, doesn't get to interrupt whatsoever. Fear, as all the pets come out, QKL not in a great spot. The Fear is going to last for like 8 seconds. As long as you can land inside these pets, you'll be fine. But that Tyrant got you in their sights. QKL needs to escape the Tyrant. It's just blasted, and just down he goes for the count. And Trix able to overpower him fairly quickly. Nina, last one left over in Team 2. Needs to find a way to fight through Trix, Cobra, as well as Call of Duty. If you can do it, this will be a chance right now. Got himself wings, not playing Crusade, but normal wings. Gonna be a Spell Warden, but these pets do a lot of physical damage. Wait a second, you still might be down for the count. Interrupting Tricks for a second, but these pets are still doing plenty of physical damage. Shield of Vengeance is gonna give you that a little bit of survivability. But man, Trix is just trying to see if he can get around you right now. Shield of Vengeance going to be falling off in just a second. Got himself even more pets, a little bit of a slow on these pets. Trix amping up those pets. Obelisk is going to be huge. Into a Dress Stalker. More to call last second. Trinket out of Nina, but it's into a Fear to Fall in Team Bolt 1. Just needs one more cast. Shadow Bolt, is that going to be enough? Hold on a second. Oh, Shadow Bolt gets super low, but these pets. Bubble is going to be enough. Bubble gets you a little bit of survivability. Trix needs to find a way to live this. Does get a port as a Hammer Justice goes out. Has a Trinket for this one. Needs just a little bit more damage. Pets, is it going to be enough? Hold on. Oh, they got to shut Arthur down. Did not want to go down without a proper fight. Was able to take down the Paladin as he went down as well. My goodness. Well done, Tricks. And well done for Arthur. Well done for everybody that played. I think only like 2 people on team Arthur didn't get a chance to play. Hopefully we get him a chance right here then maybe, yeah? Oh my goodness. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? Uno más, uno más, uno más. Dude, that was close, dude. That was nutty. Oh my god. What is it? A demon dog is bite the big dread bite at the end or something? So I'm gonna go with that. Hold on. Hog works in PvP. Yeah, all good, my guy. If you want to give it a try, you're more than welcome to. Asshole, let me know if you got a 5. Jay, let me know if you got a 5. Let me know if you got 5 or need more. Still improving, but I really do love this content now. It's super fun, man, isn't it? Still full. Arthur's ready. We'll see if Jayhawk is ready, and we'll get us another queue right after, yeah? Shaman give an Earth Shield, man. Yeah, I do agree with that. Shamans, if you are playing Shammy, just give the Earth Shield to yourself. Don't give it to a homie. I appreciate you trying to provide a buff. Jayhawk, probably also a good idea not to give like an AoE shield buff in the opener. Shaman swapping out, wait for him. Sounds good. Sounds good. If you got him, like, if you need my help, Jay, if you need my help getting the Shaman back in the group, let me know. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, all good, Tricks. Don't worry about it, my guy. Take a break. We got James having to swap out a guy out anyway. My goodness, man. I'm loving these duels, dude. Favorite part of the week, honestly, is some 5v5 1v1 duels, boys. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. You ready? Alright, we're good. Any space? Looks like we're all good to go for now. But after this one, I'll see if we got space. If you guys want to swap bodies fully, get some new bodies in here or whatever, we can, Arthur and Jayhawk. Back. Awesome, awesome. What arena do we do, chat? Lordaeron? We haven't done Lordaeron. Dalaran Sewer is another good one. Let's do Lordaeron. I like Lordaeron. Generally. You know, I'm not really feeling this song on a playlist. So let's do this one instead. What I might do is I might restart this one. Let me actually get the duels going. Death Wish. Oh, Marksman Hunter. They did get buffed recently, man. They did end up getting quite a nice few buffs too. I'm surprised we don't have a single Affliction Warlock, dude. I would have loved to have Tagsy in here, but I think maybe he's taking a break. Although I wouldn't blame him though. I think a lot of people are just kind of waiting for patch 10.2 or 10.171. But yeah. Hopefully we'll see even more like 10.17 stuff. But it looks like the current version of 10.17 is a candidate build. So I doubt we'll get more. But I do hope they'll still surprise us with like a couple of changes. Because I think like a bit of a shake up in the meta. Especially for M+, I would love to see, man. To Twitch. Nina gonna be first up over for the... Oh god, what the... I never realized it was... Okay, that's the first time that it happened in this arena. Camera just kind of zoomed out. I honestly thought the camera went under the map. But apparently it went like way out in the mountains. Huh. Alright, Cobra gonna be first up. Hope for them Team 2 versus Nina as they open it up with a big old... Okay, Jay, we might just have to disable the AoE shields, man, if you want to keep it for yourself. But give it to Nina. I don't know how much fair that is in a pure 1v1 situation. Gonna be immediate fear onto Nina. Trying to see if we can get some damage on Cobra. That's gonna be Infernal Slamming down. Portals are open. Lots of chaos damage available. If Nina walks out of this one with a Bonza File, chaos bolts are back-to-back as Cobra is gonna try to see if he can fight through this. Does himself. No more wall. No more defenses. Does some mobility. Hopefully trying to go for a fear. Needs to find a way to CC Nina, but they're just completely immune to all damage with that spell ward. And Cobra at least gets himself out of there for just a moment here. can't defeat him. Keeping the paladin moving, stun right after. Does he have a second BCC? Does have the second BCC last second. At least gives himself a little bit more of that survivability. Shadow Fury, maybe enough. Get himself a little bit of shield. That's going to be a Spore Cloak. Into Bonzafeld. Shield of Vengeance is going to keep the paladin moving though, but the Mortal Coil is going to help you out quite a bit though. Nina playing a super defensive. Cobra no longer has a big shield anymore. Does a reflect? Maybe you could pop a reflect. Maybe a stun reflect potentially. It's going to be a interrupt juke. Got himself a big kill with the Warlock Hellstone. Bubble available for Nina as Cobra does get himself a dark pack. Right now, this is the last opportunity for Nina. You better make a play right now. Second BCC could be really, really bad. Cobra, do you have the resources though to end this duel here? So far, maybe enough to break past the paladin defenses. Big damage, not as big. Massive bonds of fell, and I think it's over unless maybe Nina somehow listen. Wall, last second available. Even second BC joining this one. Cobra just needs one more Shadow Flame. He does end up taking down the Paladino. Wait, the Kai. Wait a second. What the? Everybody joins it? What is this? Wait, oh wait, that's true actually. You know what? As mean as it looks, Nina has been flagging the entire team too. All night tonight. Death Wish though gives this man the Death Wish, living up to the name. Death Shocker, Explosive Shot, Kill Shot, taking him out fairly quickly. And that's going to be Shower Mode right after. I like the Mog, by the way. You get yourself like this Red Riding Hood look, but also like a tribal Red Riding Hood look-alike. You know what I mean? Atherman is going to be first up. It is going to be Hunter's Mark Sniper Shot. Are you still in Shadow Mode? No, he actually does get to see you. Death Wish, better be very, very careful. Turtle Shell really early on. I think expecting for Atherman to go in for a stun. Death Wish needs to get himself a bit of a better setup. Maybe even a freezing trap to follow it. Trying to see if he can kite Atha into the charge trap, but it's going to be big blast of damage stun. Death Wish needs summon for this one. Barely health available. Surround the fittest. That's also going to be fortification of the bear with extra health, as well as acceleration. So it's everything. Turtle Shell. Do you have camo? Oh no, you don't have a camo. Rapid Fire is going to do quite a bit of damage though. Death Shock, I'm going to do quite a big hits, but I think Atherman should be able to have you here. Maybe potentially, unless you somehow just turn around. No, Atherman does gotcha. With Jayhawk, gotta be up next to Wrench Banner. Fair. You know what? I don't like you guys bannering each other. I feel like you could be more. You could act like esteemed ladies and gentlemen of the dueling arena. No need to be bannering each other. But I guess Nina has been bannering you guys all night. So. You know what I mean? I guess it's like you could say deserved, but I like to keep peace and harmony in this ruthless, vicious 5v5 dueling arena as Atherman just living up to the name of ruthless. I mean, my god, Jayhawk had to go on the ice immediately. The man has taken so many hits. Did Ather even pop cooldowns for the Hunter? Or was that just all for Jayhawk? I was just not even paying attention. My goodness, gonna be massive damage on the Jayhawk. Got himself the Alter Time, so he should be okay. Trying to see if he can bail him from Atha, but looks like Atha is aware. Alter Time is there. It's active. Needs to be careful. Stun and Jayhawk trying to get himself missiles in there. Gonna be barrages, full roots to follow. Polymer for after does not really have an answer. Does have a bubble for this one though instead. Oh, Jayhawk just ends up blasted out as Atherman taking out big hits. Shattering throw for Fork. Wait a second. Okay, Kai, come on, man. Jayhawk didn't flag you boys, did he? You can't take it out an entire team too. What do you mean? My goodness, Forkbeard is just gonna have to slowly waddle over to Atho. Atho no longer has a bop or bubble, so he's in a spot where he doesn't have any immunity for Forkbeard. I don't even know how he's supposed to fight Forkbeard. Actually, yes I do. If you can somehow hit him with slows and keep him at a distance, not let him touch him, and just whittle him down little by little, or just pop wings. I guess I could do it as Atherman just trying to see if he can take down Forkbeard. Is still trying to see if he can play to that range damage. It's going to be a parry for Forkbeard, but if you can, if the guy isn't even in melee of you, that parry is not doing anything for you. At least it gives you a little bit of defense, right? Reflect up. Atherman is even very, very careful, but just blasts out Forkbeard. Doesn't even give him a chance to even reach it with QKL. Going to be up next. Mad damage on Ather. Got him some Shield of Vengeance with a lay on hands. This is where Ather needs to find a way to play defensive. That or just go super hyper aggressive versus QKL. But at this point, when you just got nothing left, a full Fury Warrior blasting you out, got him some full defense, full offense. There's only so much you can really do about it. With Call of Duty, trying to keep the dots rolling in onto QKL. Does up on a defensive stance for just a second, but he is a warrior. He got to find a way to connect back with Call of Duty and go for those bloodthirsts, go for those impending victories, and find a way to live this. Otherwise, Call of Duty is going to run circles around you. Star Surge's Trinket does go for the trinket just now. I think QKL did end up going for a quick interrupt while the guy is stunned. Might not be the play. QKL needs someone right now. Does get a stun on the Druid. He needs some kind of a heal. Otherwise, he's not in a great spot whatsoever. I think he just might be going down. Reflect last second. Druid just needs a little bit more. And QKL could go down. Unless his Fear Warrior just keeps fighting past these impossible odds. He does get himself Avatar. Maybe a bit extra damage. Not a lot of health available still. Needs Bloodthirst out of the wazoo. Needs summon anything. But Druid does end up taking him out. That was fast. That was a quick duel, actually. I didn't realize. After just goes in 3-0 or 3-1. My goodness, I didn't realize it would just have that fast of a game. Cobra, Ather, yeah, wow. That was a little quicker than I expected it. Let's get us another one going here, boys, yeah? One of us. Stefan, how you doing, my man? How's Feral looking to gear mine right now? How's Feral? They're pretty good. Like overall as a class, like for PvP specifically, I'd say they're pretty good. I feel like where they are kind of like unsure of isn't PvE. Like technically they do a lot of damage for PvE. They just don't really bring anything special to the table, but they do raw amount of damage. They're fun, and there's quite a few builds you can play as a Pharaoh right now. I think they're pretty good. They're generally a pretty good pick for like open world content, PvP content, PvE content, whatever you want to play. Only one on a major for occasion. Maybe we could get you in a first duel. You versus the mage then, yeah? I swear I can win this. I believe in you. You got 5 tonight? Hell yeah. Athel, let me know if you got 5. Jayhawk, let me know if you got a 5. If you got some missing bodies, we got a couple of homies that do want to join in. Strict Revenge and Paladin. Awesome, Cobra. Hell yeah. I've been in this game for 40 minutes. How's that going, my guy? Great fights, great channel. Appreciate you so much, Pork. Appreciate you, boys. Super fun hanging out with all of you. I'm still here. Yeah, Crazy Cat wants to join in. If you guys need bodies, let me know. New bodies? Or what we could do is maybe I could, like, we could keep Team Atha there. I could reform another group with Jayhawk, and we can get a couple more bodies in, like, fresh new bodies in. And then once, like, we're filled on fresh bodies, we can just get, like, all the dudes that already played. That also could be an option, yeah? Kind of, like, reform one of the groups. Now we're good, we're ready. Banner and the Mage wasn't my idea. I'm innocent, Monk is. Fair enough, yeah, fair enough. I'll give you that one, yeah. GG, mate. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, why are you gonna be flagging these boys? Is that just like a macro? It must be, right? It must be. Let's keep it not super toxic. You know what? Let's give this group another chance, like one more round, and then we'll reform more of the groups. Because I'm down to keep playing for a good while tonight. Let's do the Dalaran C words for these two. Banner was for cheating. For Jay, you mean with like AoE shielding or whatever? Haven't flagged anyone since Legion. Dude, me neither. I think last time, well, not Legion, but like I haven't flagged one in a while. I think maybe it was somebody that was like trying to kill me out in the open world, right? And they weren't even close, but it was like they tried at it a couple of times in a row. And at that point I was just like annoyed by it, and I was just like, it was like a way for me to express my frustration. Just like, I'm just out in the open world, dude. I'm just doing like a world quest or something. Why you keep running up at me? Shadow Meld on a 10 second CD, but unusable in combat, bit weird. It's mostly like as a way to get past enemies. Like let's say you're trying to get past like a enemy that's pathing around and you just want to fight it. It lets you like stealth. It's like a temporary stealth. That's kind of what they were looking at the time. Is back in Classic it was more like a temporary stealth with limitations rather than a vanish, because vanish was a strong cooldown, and I don't think that's what they were trying to go for with racials. That, but also it's the same expansion or same environment that also had the warrior basically immunity to stuns with that resistance to stuns, if you remember that one. The mage, we'll see if the mage ends up going first. I'm not sure though. Which. We could do Kai versus Jayhawk really quickly. They are missing one over in Team 2. But Jay, if you want to go first... Oh, no mind. I guess we are going to have Deathwitch go first, potentially. Looks like it is going to be Kai. But they could send Jayhawk first. Have a bit of rematch. Normally we do the duels just like randomized and let people kind of get the groups. It looks like Kai, you're not going to get Jayhawk. You are going to get the Hunter off the bat. Maybe we'll do... Maybe the next one will do you versus the mage. How does that sound? We'll just play this one out like normal, yeah? Next one will do you versus the mage. How does that sound? Would it like that? Or maybe they are switching? Maybe they're doing switcheroo? I mean, at this point, I feel like maybe they should just send Jayhawk in, because now Deathwish already used up all their cooldowns. You know what? Let's just send Jayhawk. Let's just do Jayhawk off the bat. Let's do Jay. Have him and the Warrior do a bit of a rematch. Because Deathwish is like, dude, I just used my cooldowns, man. Come on. True shot is down. I know there's a bit of a stream delay, so I'm just going to have to be patient here. But maybe we should just do Kai versus Jay. Just now I feel bad for the cooldowns of Deathwish, you know what I mean? I just feel bad for his CDs. Kai really wants to duel the mage. Out of anybody there, dude. Yeah, he wants to go after him. Jarek is seeing the guy. He's seeing this. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Could somebody tell Jayhawk that he have him versus the Warrior duel of the bat? Dampening re? I know. I'm trying to get this going, Atho. I am trying to get this going too. This is going to be a dampener game. Jay. I feel like Jay's not on the stream though. That's the reason why it's taking a little bit longer. Somebody pass the message along. Jay, the mage versus Kai. Real quick, first game. Or if Deathwish wants to go. I guess, I don't really know. Is it Deathwish? We'll just get it going, dude. We'll just get somebody going, right? Just get it going. Dampener is going to be super, super high. We'll just do a Hunter versus Warrior. We'll just do this. We'll be fine. We'll be okay. Next one, Kai. How does that sound? I'll let Jay. I'll literally type out to Jay in real ID because he's not peeping the stream. I'll just need to literally write to him. I could write to him right now, but then the UI breaks entirely. That's my biggest problem. Does pick up the eye, sniper shot around the corner, trying to see if he can get himself set up, but it's gonna be Stormbolt off the bat, big burst opener, immediate trigger for Deathwish, trying to see if he can cool off. Reflect up for Kai. Oh my goodness, big defensive for Deathwish, trying to see if he can back up out of there. He needs to somehow get himself a little bit more burst damage versus Kai. Does he have a Death Shock him? If he has Death Shock him, now would be a good time to get all the damage up and running. Death Shock him doing quite a bit of damage. Rapid fire, massive damage on explosive shot. Dude, that 20% explosive shot damage is feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. Knockback, but it's gonna be charged back for the Warriors. Still trap. Doesn't stop in place. Nina right after him. Oh, into reflect back into Nina. Kai with the burst right now. This is Nina. Got himself full real wings this time around. First set of wings with just an extra bit of wings. When Deathwish falls, Nina gets to avenge him and get himself a random bout of wings as long as they are in that, what is it called? Red aura? Board for Kai? Okay, that's a bit of cheese. But trying to see if he can escape Nina as best as possible. Reflect up in case there's another stun. As long as you're very careful, you shouldn't end up stunning yourself. Kai, not in a great spot. Does go for stun to Nina. It's going to be a big old blessing of protection. Kai doesn't have really much life here. Got himself human ratio, but that's really about it. Charging? Is that an intercept? Is that what I just saw? He played intercept. Stun onto Nina. Does get to go for a trinket into a hodge, taking him out fairly quickly. Oh my goodness, who was playing intercept just now? What? I mean, I guess if you're talented into intercept, which we don't see commonly, I guess that's kind of okay. If an ally is kind of sort of close to you in a position, as long as they're not going out to position for you specifically. Oh, that is unfortunate. Gonna be a big port set up by Cobra. Wants to see if he can get himself full go versus Nina. I don't know if Nina got wings or not at this point. Shield of Vengeance available. Blessing Protection down. I don't know if he got a Spell Warden and Blessing. Bubble available. Wings available. It looks like Final Wreck is available. As long as you combine Final Wreck with wings together, they should be able to have both of those abilities available at all times. Full succubus ready for Cobra. Nina just kind of waiting out for whatever cooldowns they can really get. I don't know what Trix is taking to port. Is it Trix? No, it can be, right? I don't think so. I'm getting confused, man. Stun onto Cobra, gonna be full wings available for Nina, but a succubus is gonna just pull you out of the side, put you in the corner, let you think about what your actions is. And Emily comes out, trying to see if he can charge out. Mortical immediately bonds a full break, and triple shield is available, or triple portal rather. But Nina's trying to go for a bit of that shield of vengeance, trying to see if he can dampen some of this damage. Do they have a wall as well? If you got a wall, you may need it. Blind onto the succubus for just a second. Nina, wings are down for the count. Could be in that execute range. I think it might just be over unless they go for a bubble. Does get a bubble. This is where Cobra trying to see if he can maybe bait a bubble out of Nina. He knows it's going to happen. Got himself a couple of casts. Juke by Cobra, but still super low on health. Does go for the succubus, and Cobra held on to his big defenses so far. It's going to be Bonzafell into Nina. If Nina backs up or charges at him, it's going to be big damage. Mad burst. Oh my god, the fiery explosion of just soul fire. You go with the Bonzafell and the conflagration all at once, blowing up the paladin. With QKL gonna be up next. Charging now. Cobra was able to actually wait out for his cooldowns, and actually it should be a-okay for now. QKL popping a lot of his offenses very early, but Cobra is looking kind of good. He got wall, dark pack, mortal coil. He got himself a infernal if he wants to drop that in. Bonza fell around the corner if QKL wants to charge out, wants to get aggressive, wants to break out of this, try to go for a stun. Looks like Bonza fell isn't gonna get any value whatsoever. Cobra got himself a bit of defense, but got himself also mobility. QKL trying to go for a charge, but Cobra got himself plenty of movement, able to go for a soul burn as well as a port in order to keep himself completely immune from any kind of slows. Trying to see if he can sand QKL away from him for just a second. So far off of the second BCC, has himself the angle. Good pressure. That's going to be big damage. Not the biggest that I thought, but still decent damage. Wall available for Cobra. Able to reduce a lot of this damage. QKL stun. Cares bolt 1, bolt 2. Oh my god, the second bolt is so much better than the other one. Oh my god, the cannibalize immediately. While the entire team was just looking at him, looking at the atrocities of a warlock. But the man does get himself plenty of recovery. Is it going to be Forkbeard next? Or is it going to be Jayhawk? It looks like it is going to be Forkbeard. The man at least giving Cobra as much of an honorable duel here as possible, letting him get himself a proper opener, or proper cannibalize rather. Gonna be Cobra hidden with a mortal coil, can't really do much about it. Forkbeard is in a position, able to avoid the segments pretty well. Full blades at a Cobra might not be in a great spot though. Port for Cobra, trying to see if he can get back up out of there. Maybe this where Succubus C could be very useful, as Forkbeard trying to see if he can chase after the Warlock. Does get the Succubus CC. No trinket available, use the Dark Iron Ritual really early on. So far it should do quite a bit of damage. Reflect is up, but it's not able to deflect the Bonds of Fell. At least able to reduce a lot of the damage by 20% or 25. Maybe 25 is only for prod, but everybody else gets only 20. Leap around the corner. Forkbeard is doing pretty okay. Got him some parry in case he needs to. It's also going to be a little bit of that damage offset into this ragey shield. That is the ignore pain. Cobra not in a great spot. Has himself a mortal coil. As long as he does a mortal coil back into himself with a reflect, he might be okay. He also does have a Succubus that's constantly keeping Forkbeard slowed, so I can give him a little bit better of a setup in order to find himself that angle. Bonds of fellow Succubus C comes out, has a trinket, kind of camera ends up going into the wall. Charge, mortal coil sends out. He got him to reflect a little bit early. Stun to fall incinerate. Is that going to be enough? Just incinerates. He does get past the shield. Forkbeard doesn't have much. It's going to be a big old portal of chaos. It just goes down. Stormbolt is sent, but it's just not enough. Jayhawk up next. You got to use the Succubus aggressively here. It's going to be Undead Rachel immediately interrupting Cobra. The guy is trying to save and get himself a bit of a reset. Has himself reflect for the mage, so might be able to make something happen here. It's going to be Infernal coming back up sometime sooner. Swapping out the pets for an intro pet. Jayhawk got himself the Arcane Surge. Maybe this week go for Reflect. Got himself shield, but it's not going to hold on long at all. The Reflect is going to be Spellstone by Jayhawk. That's going to be Corbett. No health. Oh my god, the touch of the Magi. It just condenses on Yum. Just out of nowhere. The man goes down. Tried his very best, but there's only so much he can really do about it. Jayhawk with the Ring of Frost is going to be more demons approaching him as tricks. Gotta get the Valfin, gotta get all his pets in there. Jayhawk got himself the rings, fire as well as frost. Gonna make it very difficult for Tricks and the pets to approach him. Landing the polymorph access around the corner, has a blink for this one into missiles to fall apart for Tricks. At least get himself in a better position. Jayhawk out in the open, got himself plenty of defensives. But that's a lot of damage out of left field though. That Tyrant on all the damage out of with the Demon Doggers. Just out of nowhere. I think also with another Felguard. Had to go for an Icebug. He had himself a pretty nice defensive with the Temporal. So if you were just take a little bit of damage, you would reverse it after a while. But it's just not enough, not fast enough. Now, this is where Trink's got to get Jayhawk out in the open where the Tyrant can hit him. But he's actually avoiding all the pets fairly well. Access around the corner, double Felguard is still on him. Still quite a bit of pressure all the time. Should give the Mage rolling here for a little bit longer. Tricks, not really looking all that great defensively. He doesn't have a wall anymore. So his big defensive is gone. He does have a Dark Pack, as well as an Obelisk. Plenty of pets, and as long as he just sends the pets to Jayhawk, I think they do end up mauling him down little by little. Breath right after, Polly to follow, but the pets do end up taking him out, man. My goodness, these Felguards. They do sneak up on you little by little. Cobra with 3. Is it only really 3? I feel like Cobra would have gotten more than that. But there it is, man. Cobra getting some damage up and running. Hell yeah. Alrighty, boys. Let's see if we can do a bit of a switch up. Team Jayhawk. Let's see if we can change up your team a little bit. Get you a couple more new bodies in here, yeah? Atherman, I don't know if you want to do a switch up as well. To get a couple new names, to get new faces in. But let's definitely do this real quick. If you're on Team Jayhawk, let's get you guys in another 5v5 group. I want to get as many new faces in here as I can. Need a +1 anyway. Perfect. Got a group. Making a new group to get new names and faces. Atherman invited you? Athel, I'll help you in a second. I'm just gonna make a new one. Time BRB, a good duel? Hell yeah, my guy. Hell yeah. Okay, we'll get Crazy Cat in here. Holy Sire, let's get you in here, my man. I haven't seen you in a bit. This man wanted to play, I think, last week. I never really got to do it either. My goodness, dude. My goodness. You know, to check in with my BG3 group. Are we doing more BG3 tonight? No, maybe tomorrow. My god, dude. I do love that I have a BG group right now. Like, friends, I drugged that. Yo, holy sight. As long as you're having a good time, man, that's all that matters, you know what I mean? As long as you're having a good one, my man. So, Arthur will help you in a bit. Team Jayhawk, if you guys want to switch over to my group, I would advise it. We'll get as many new, fresh faces in here as best we can. Too much wine? Good choice, man. I'm not really a big drinker. I do like, more like, I'm not a big drinker, but I do like schnapps. And I like the type of stronger alcohol that you would take in shots. Big fan of it. But wine, I do have an appreciation for. Not like I'm a big connoisseur of wines, but I do like it. Missing one. Have your team. Yeah. So Jayhawk, honestly, might just be a better idea to like just disband your group. Skill, Unholy. I mean, I'll take him too, man. We got one spot then. We need one of us. Whiskey beer person. Whiskey? I don't think I've ever had. I would have had whiskey, I think, at some point, right? No? Okay. I'll try to get those guys in there. Greece and summer, we have lots of traditional festivals and wine is almost. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, yeah. I feel ya. We had a guy back in our high school. His name was Yanni. I think it's perfectly fine, right? That's not doxing or anything. But we all called him Greek. But his family is Greek. And we even have like a Greek church here in the local area. So, yeah. He was, they had like Greek festivals and they were pretty fun. They were doing dances and stuff and all that. So, yeah. He told us a lot about it. So, wine is pretty big over there. Gian's is John in English. Well, his name was Yanni. I don't know how you spell it. I think it started with a Y though. Y-A-N-N-Y or N-N-I. I'm not sure, but he definitely was weird spelling. We all called him Greek, and he was like, it was his preference. Just call him Greek. He liked that better. He actually ended up becoming like he ended up going for like everybody went to college, but he decided to become like a male model. But it's like a specific, it's not like a plus size male model, but like a bigger bodied male model, I guess. And it wasn't like huge or anything. Let's get Deathwitch and let's get Jayhawk in here. You know what I mean? But it ended up becoming like, that's like the best way I could put it, right? I don't know what is the best word to put it. It's something, because I didn't hear about him until like a buddy of mine, Ryan, told me about him. Because him, they were a lot closer. They had classes together and stuff. But it ended up basically becoming like a male model. But not like super skinny fit, but like not plus size either. But I guess like, or maybe it is plus size. I'm not even sure. Basically about like one up from skinny male model or whatever you call it. I have no idea what the proper wording would be or not. Can one of them? We could try. We can try. I can tell him go first. Okay, we can do this. Jay, the warrior wants to 1v1 you first game. You good with it? We'll do a grand for that one, just to make it even. Let me get it from Jay really quick. If you guys are cool about it, let Jay and the Warrior go first. Let him get a proper 1v1. Okay, everyone do slash roll when you get into arena. But if you can let Jay go first, that would be swell. Cool, cool. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it. We got everybody here, but yo, I want to get you guys in. We'll skinny fat male model. No. It's like not skinny, but not like plus size. It's some moniker in between. It's like I don't really know. It's not. I don't know what it would be called. But I remember a buddy of mine was just basically, imagine if you're just like talking to a friend of yours and he's like, oh, what happened to Greek? I haven't heard from him in a while. Oh, he became like, let's say plus size male model. Like he does modeling, but not like plus size, but it's like something in between. It's not like super skinny and fit, like muscles and all that, but also not plus size. It's like some moniker in between. I'm not even sure. But I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, Greek. Because I didn't really know what he was gonna do like after high school, whatever. Dab bod? Basically, yeah, let's say dab bod, man. Flush, we'll get you in as soon as we got a spot, man, yeah? So we'll get Hank here, we'll try to rotate new bodies. Maybe we'll have Ath to make a whole new team with whole new faces, yeah? We'll make Jayhawk. Oh, I can just make Holy Side lead. That'll work too. Because I have Briggs as added. Awesome. Okay. Where are you? Breezaz. No, you're Breezaz, right? Breezaz. Breezaz. There we go. Okay, that's fine, Arthur. We'll maybe do a whole new body for the whole new group for the next one. New faces for the next one. I kind of match Breezaz and Athaman. Here we go. 5 in the grand. We'll chill, man. We'll be fine. It'll work. Hold on, it might not work. Invite spectator. Yeah, basically that bot though. I need to ask Ryan what was it, if he's still doing that. I'll have a better story for you guys. Maybe I'll have an update. How am I feeling because I'm playing Priest? People expect me to save them. I don't want people to die in 5 second clip and laugh. Wait, you're not supposed to help him, are you? You can't even help him, can you? Hold on, you can't even like heal them, can you? Right? Or can you? You're not supposed to though. Or you're not supposed to ask for help, right? But you can get help. Yeah? I can heal them. Okay. I thought there was like rules that you can't even interact with them at all. Huh. Wait, then can't somebody just like run around and have somebody like pocket heal them and they're just like not asking for help, but then getting help anyway? Right? Or is there like rules to it? Could somebody get like disqualified at the end of the day? Shadow Priest then? Ooh, Shadow Priest would be cool. Yeah. If you guys want to bring a Shadow Priest, more than welcome to. Honestly. I don't remember if I saved this one. But just so we're sure. Hardcore is super easy mode compared to the add-on. So you can just like simp somebody the entire time and just have them live, right? Which? Gonna be Tricks. We'll just have... I think he's just setting up a port. Yeah, he's just setting up a port. It's gonna be first one, Jayhawk. Kai wants to have a bit of a duel. 1-on-1 versus Jayhawk. He did duel each other before. First one's all the match. He said, I'm ready. I can beat him. I can do it. I can actually do this. I want to get a proper rematch. I feel like I can get the mage down. Starting up pretty strong though. Big onslaught off the bat. Charges right back over. Interrupt on Nepali. Knockback for Jayhawk. I think Kai is out of mobility for a good bit. But as long as you're careful, Jayhawk looking to catch up a little bit healing. But Jayhawk is on a retreat as well. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of a reset. Sitting down for some food. Kai may want to respond as soon as possible. On the team, we got this is Nelly over the team 1. Make sure you keep the buff on your sub, by the way. We got Skillmonger on the team. Holy Sight and Deathwish. And Jayhawk trying to go for a little bit of dots, a little bit of AoE rings and everything. Kai trying to be very careful. On the team with Kai, we got us Call of Duty Kitty. We got us as Atho as well as Tricks as well. And Kai trying to see if he can stay mounted. Jayhawk repositioned with barrage slows back to back. Trying to see if he can get himself a better spot. Gonna be stunned. He knows it's gonna be either Trinket or a blink out of Jayhawk every single time, right? Polly trying to be careful with that reflect. There goes the reflection, trying to see if he can bait a reflect. Instead, he throws in an interrupt into the reflect to make sure he gets that juke buff. Skullmonger guy looks dangerous. Does he really? Ooh, I don't like the set though. That does look really, really good. Has Skillmonger been in these duels? You know what? I kind of like the set. I don't see anybody run the Night Fade leather set anymore. And that doesn't look too bad either. Ring of Fire off the bat. Kai still repolyed into Arcane Surge. This is where Kai may want to be very careful. Reflect up immediately. Jayhawk trying to go for a kick. Is going to go for that kick to make sure that it's reflected back at himself. Kai trying to see if he can back up out of there. Touching the magic together with the Nether Tempest is doing quite a bit of damage. Just trying to be very careful. Honestly, Jay, I feel like Nether Tempest is big value. Look how well it's doing with that touch of the magic. It's just constant taking damage, and it's just a strong dot, or generally strong dot. Kai back behind the pillar. Is that second win? Got him some second win. Jayhawk is gonna have to reconfigure his strategy, I think. He's got to figure out a better way to go about this, I believe. I macroed the boss on myself, go myself for sure. Oh good crazy. Yeah. Hell yeah, I believe ya. Gonna be a breath by Jay into a poly. Kai doesn't have a trinket, does have a human racial, but he doesn't have a way to break out of these normal trinkets at all. So he's got himself damage trinkets then, yeah? He has to be going kind of aggressive. Could potentially have himself a big setup. Gonna be a stun. Jayhawk able to ignore it entirely with a blink. Got himself the ultimate time to reposition. Kai got plenty of mobility, but looks like, does he have any more? Looks like Jayhawk completely drained him on mobility. He got himself normal blink. He can reverse blink all the time, which is kind of like almost another blink. And then he got a blink right after because he can reverse a blink. And then he also got shifting power to get himself plenty of mobility. Kai needs to be very, very careful with these. Also needs to be careful with the stuns. I think what you need to do is you need to find a way to get on top of Jayhawk, get a blink out of the guy, then stun charge him. If you can force a blink without like even having to go for a stun on the guy, you'll be golden. Especially if you can force a blink without even charging the guy, because then you'll be great. This is where it's going to be big damage on a Jayhawk. Stun is going to go for the blink. Wait a second, Jayhawk no longer has a way to really stop Kai. If you charge in, he could use mobility in order to escape you. Does knock you back for a second. Big missiles to fall. Kai with a massive defensive, his enraged regen is available. Try to see if you can fight the Jay as he got himself plenty of damage as well. Big burst out of Fury Warrior. That's going to be ultimate time for Jayhawk, able to catch up a lot of healing. Kai takes a lot of those execute hits back to back, though. Not going to feel great whatsoever. Defensive stance, the only thing that's really standing between him and Jayhawk right now. Trying to see if he can live the poly. If you can control the poly, that'll be great. Ultimate time, trying to see if you can go for a bit of a charge. Needs healing, but also needs to get some damage. Does get an interrupt on a Jay on their arcane for just a moment. Ring of Frost does connect on the ground. Still plenty of damage on Jayhawk. Does go for the blink. Missiles to follow. Kai was able to recover a lot of health though. Shifting power for Jay should be okay for a good bit though. I think they actually reduced the spell effect of the shifting power, by the way. It doesn't feel like it blinds me in the face anymore. So I have to like no longer have to zoom out my camera super far. But like in past, I felt like it always did that. Stun does probably have a blink. Wait, no. Wait, burst damage on the Kai. Does have Jayhawk with it all the time, but it looks of it, that a reverse blink. Mad damage. Wait, no, Jayhawk could go down right now. No health, ice block. Tell me how a way to break him out. He doesn't, but at least he's able to force Jayhawk on the back foot. This is progress for Kai. This is exactly the place he wants to be, but he's just staring at him. Full stun immediately, forcing a blink out of the guy into a charge right after. Got himself plenty of defense as well. Kai, kind of out of mobility. Does have a defensive stance at the very least. Ring of Fire is going to hit him really quickly, maybe break him out of the poly? No, but Arcane Surge is not going to feel great. Stun on a J, forcing a blink out of the guy, but at least get yourself line of sight. Is that touching the magic together with it? Definitely need another Tempest. You need that thing bouncing on the warrior as soon as you can get that touching the magic on him. But Kai's at least able to get behind the pillar. Jayhawk doesn't want to go back there. Shifting power is all he wants to do. Wants to get himself cooldowns, ice block, maybe burst. For Kai, this is a great spot right now. Trying to see if he can round the bend. Jayhawk behind the pillar. Trying to go for that Ring of Frost. Maybe cancels it. At least you don't got to worry about the, the ice block from Jayhawk, at least for a good bit though. Kai needs to get himself a decent position. That Ring of Frost, if he charges out, actually Jayhawk could maybe bait Kai next to Ring of Frost, could just knock him into it. That also could work really, really well. But looks like he's going to play it super defensive. Ring of Fire, at least able to wire on through it. He's perfectly fine running through the fire. Stun on the Jayhawk. Is that all the time? No, not all the time just yet. Poly reflected back at Jay. You're just going to let it sit there for a second until he gets him some proper interrupt. Stun to follow. Big burst available. Charge right after. All the time is available for Jay. And that's going to be a blink. He knows that he's going to all the time back out in the middle anyway. He's going to play it super defensive. Has to press that in rage regen right now. Warlock Hellstone munching down on it. Jayhawk with it all the time. Might be limited on mobility. shifting power yet again. 2 minutes left on an ice block. He's looking pretty healthy. Might actually be able to get himself into defense. Kai is going to be able to re-heal. If Jayhawk doesn't get aggressive, Kai is just going to re-heal it. But maybe he's just going to play that long game, let the dampening go up, yeah? Potentially. Flashbang Arena boy? Yeah, no, that would be totally great. That would be fantastic. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do Flashbang Arena. Even for me, man, it's like, I like myself dark mode nowadays. I just have everything light mode, and I just realized it's just super bad for my eyes. I think ever since I got these lights just constantly blaring into me, it just doesn't feel great. You get used to these two, but like, you do like everything else getting a little darker. Sir, Arcane Surge off the bat for Jay. Had himself touching the Macho onto Kai, using that stun defensively, but trying to retreat behind the Pillar of Fear onto Jay. Does go for the trinket, doesn't have a normal trinket anymore. Reflect, interrupts, and wait, bad damage. Oh my god, that is so much. The warrior did the very best he could, but at the end of the day, that's all he could really do in that situation. Jay trying to see if he can close the gap, maybe go for a breath on the tricks. Is shaking all that momentum, all that Arcane Surge damage, missiles on the tricks, absolutely drilling him with these missiles. The tricks having to go for Warlock Hellstone really early on. Tyrant is out in the play. Jayhawk needs some kind of way to CC the Tyrant. Does end up freezing all these pets, taking a lot of pressure off of himself. That's gonna be shifting power back up and available. Has himself an invis in case he wants to. Doesn't almost dodging the Tyrant, but still takes a pretty big hit. The pets are gonna even be in play for a good bit though, unless Jayhawk goes for invis, trying to knock him back. But as long as Trix has a good line of sight of Jay, and as long as the pets can reach the guy, there's only going to be sustained damage that he has to find a way to deal with. He needs to find a way to get past the pets onto the Warlock, because that is the mastermind of this whole army. At the end of the day, does go for a blink, but mostly on the run, playing it very defensive. 41% dampening. You ain't healing this round at all. Does get a freeze on his pets. Shield, I think he's trying to find himself an opportunity to just sit down and eat food. But Trix, he got plenty of pets that can just keep chasing after you. It's going to be a blink by Jayhawk, trying to see if he can reverse a blink until Arcane Surge. Is it going to be enough though? I think no more stun by the main pet. Does go for the ice block. I think that's where you might want to pop out of the ice block and just go do damage. Jay, if you have any, there he goes. Trying to see if he can make a play. Is it enough though? Mad Barrages, maybe? He just needs a little bit. Touch the magic, does a lot of damage. Wall Darkback is available. Access to the chain, but does end up getting crushed by that. Oh. But a hand to go down, slap him down. Did the slap will go down? Holy Saya. Did you miss that wreck? I think I missed that wreck. I think I just overshot it a little bit, but it's okay. Holy Saya's like, you know, I've been kind of having a good time. Maybe I had a bit of wine. I feel like that wine is what shot that final wreck past you. Call of Duty's up next. You guys are playing into a high dampening. This mage versus warrior game, where the warrior wasn't going to give it up easily. Neither was the mage. Now you just gotta send everything at one another. That's all you can do in this situation. Call of Duty trying to get some dots. Holy Sire would rather. Do you send the dots onto no Draco? Is that what that was? Call of Duty definitely sent the what is it? The Fear of a Loon and somebody else that wasn't Holy Sire, by the looks of it. Stun on Duty, actually big damage. Does go for the trinket, trying to see if he can knock Holy Sire back. At least able to knock the weapon out of his hands for just a second, but a blind by the Paladin gives him a bit of a breather, catching up a little bit of health. Full final wreck is playing Crusades. Is not going to be able to have the Crusade available here, but that Spell Warden should give him plenty of that survivability. Got him some mobility to keep up with Call of Duty, trying to make sure the Druid doesn't get away from him all that easily. If he can get a slow on the guy, that'd be great. Big stun, that's going to be a big shield for Druid. Final last bash of defense, but Holy Sire able just to chop him right through down the middle, with Ked going to be up next, trying to go for the full bleeds of the Holy Sire. The man still has a bubble. Shield of Vengeance is going to use that shield pop with those bleeds to get some damage back into Ked. Ked with a full incarn. Holy Sire looking to catch up on healing. Bubble is available. I don't know if he's got Crusade up. If he has Crusade, you better use it as early as possible. Barskin, full defense available for Ked. Holy Sire had himself some Bard help with Battle Master Trinket. Try to go for a bit of healing, but at 55% dampening, you ain't healing nothing. With Nelly Draken gonna be up next, charging out as an Evoker. They did change up Evokers a little bit. The less of a buff class, a more personal damage, which actually works out in a duel environment fairly well. Trying to go for that Ebonite, gonna be quick interrupt. Keddy just got full bleeds on him. Nell needs to make some kind of a play right now, unless they're just down for the count. Bash to follow, big bite maybe? Looks like the dampening super high, just nothing he can do. Got him some big bloodlust, but Ked already let the bleed sink in. It just can't really stop him. Deathwish gonna be up next, charging out towards Ked. If you can get yourself Hunter's Mark, traps everywhere. They are getting planted. Oh, that trap might get him out in the open. Wait, it actually did get him out. Hunter's Mark. Perfect opportunity. Hold on a second. At least you see where he's at. Can't try to see if he can go behind the pillar, but there's also traps behind these pillars as well. If you get yourself a good line of sight, sniper shot. But it's up close. Full burst available. Trying to see if you can go for that shotgun. As long as you can rip around the corner with the guy, you might be okay. Explosive shot. Down so Barks can at least able to reduce it a little bit. Wall available for the druid as well in case he ever needs it. But it looks like Deathwitch is gonna play the long game. I don't know if Keddy is gonna rush at you anytime soon. You got traps. If you can slow him down somehow, he's gonna leap around those traps, somehow avoiding them entirely. Full blades at a Deathwish. You want to play as defensive as possible. Pop defense and maybe go aggression. Trinket, freeze. You have a go. You are dying right now. You're melting. You better have a go immediately. The Feral Druid breaks out of that freezing trap some way somehow. Deathwish trying to play defensive, but I think the bleeds are just gonna end him. You got a fortification of the bear, but it's only going to give you a little bit of something to work with. Ked, trying to see if he can charge out at you. You have a flare, anything? The guy's in stealth, does get the opener. I think the does just get you down. Yeah, I think it just might be over. Skill may need to be quick on a draw here. It's watching Deathwish. As soon as he's down, if you could charge out at Ked, setting up a port just in case. Charging in. Is it going to be enough? Does Boob the Feral out in the open, keeping him out of stealth too. Is going to be able to avoid any kind of Feral stunts. Barskin, Thorns to follow. It's going to be immediate Karma, trying to see if he can stay as aggressive as possible. Zowen, Fist of Fear to slow him down. Might need to use everything in order to stay mobile. Is going to go reversal on the reverse magic just to remove the root off of himself. Main by Ked, but it's going to be still massive damage by skill. Root to follow, but it's going to be images still on you. It's still plenty of opportunity for skill to maybe get you. Does go for the massive kick with Atham and last one out. You better run in there as soon as possible. Even if you try to give this man on a duel at 70% dampening, I don't think it's going to be happening, Atho. Oh no, Atho, he's too honorable, man. He's trying to give him as much of an auto duel as possible. But it's 74% dampening, Atho. I don't think anyone would blame you for just charging out. You're not going to heal. He's not going to be able to heal much. He's a monk too. He got plenty of mobility. He'll get plenty of fights behind the pillar. Look at that. In cap, roll over. He's basically on the other in another zip code, man. He bailed out of there. He went from one stage to another in just a single roll. Oh my goodness. Judgments are getting sent in. Atha's gonna find a way to lock this guy down somehow. But Skill, honestly, he doesn't ever have to get locked down if he doesn't want to. Full burst out of Atha. Crusade Wings available. That is Dampen Harm, helping him reduce quite a bit of that Athaman damage. They did end up nerfing Dampen Harm a little bit, so the damage threshold is on the low end isn't as high. It's like 25% reduction, not 30%. Ooh, but together with the 4 Brute, still not looking that good. See the miss, trying to see if we keep himself alive as much as possible. But it is rough. Livestream does have a way out of it. Wake of Ashes, do you just bubble this? I think you just bubble. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Oh my god. Just how would he partner that guy? My goodness. 3 for Ked, by the way. Was bringing it back a little by little. Holy Sire, though, with 2. Holy Sire got some smacks in there, though. My goodness. Well done, boys. Let's get us another one going, yeah? If you guys need more bodies, let me know. We'll get the groups up and running. If you are good, let me know if the groups are good. Get a couple more in here. Well, we got them. What's the song called? Last one? Let me see if I can get it. There we go. That should be it. That's gonna do the whole mix, but it's gonna give you that song. The song is called... It's Grow by Aliski. Yeah. Featuring Vor. Whoever the hell Vor is. Carnivore? Door? Snore? More. Let's get some more doors in here. I need Rizaz. Let me see. Let me know. Let me know if group's 5 or need more. Ready? Are we chilling? Atho, also let me know if you need more bodies or if you're chilling. How can I enter? We just host the groups in the LFG Raids Legacy usually. I would link in the pin in the top comment in the chat. But we usually just have people like roll up the groups over in Raids Legacy. Atho, is that you just saying still ready just now? Hold on. Check. I'm just gonna write check for you, Atho, just to make sure. Are we good with 5-man or because I don't know if you still said still ready just now. Same group. Okay. Ready? Awesome. We'll get another one going or maybe switch around after that. Let's do another black or cold so we don't have to give these casters too much of an advantage. But yeah, Jorin, how you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we usually host them in Raids Legacy. Today is EU, tomorrow is NA. Had the wrong talent, double interrupted, all good, crazy cat. Gonna be opportunity. Okay, don't gotta do Kai versus Jayhawk this time. Just a normal roll. Everybody gets to roll, everybody gets to play. We don't have to have a mage and a warrior go like for hours against each other off the bat. Yeah, we gave Kai an opportunity, man. Can Horde join this? Yes, we have them listed in such a way where it's cross faction, rules included. And anybody can join. Horde, Alliance, it doesn't really make a difference. Everybody and anybody can join. Let me show you real quickly. Which. Like, for example, we have Death Wish, who's a Night Elf. Holy Sire, who's a Xantha. Jayhawk is Undead, so that's 2 Horde, 1 Alliance. Nelly, I think Horde Alliance, I'm not sure. But then we got Skill. So Skill and Death Wish are Alliance. Holy Sire and Jayhawk are Horde. So you can do either way. Why'd I get kicked? What'd you get kicked for, Nina? For the groups, hold on. We were changing up some bodies, rotating. We'll probably rotate more bodies after this one, Nina. How does that sound? We'll try to get you in. You weren't kicked. It's just I would try to make yourself make a different group with a couple of new faces with Team 1. Couple of new, couple of old. So we got like Holy Saya, Skill, Nelly, just to get more variety. Yeah. Ked's gonna be first up versus Jayhawk. Immediate maim off the bat. Jayhawk already got the blades rotting him down. Gonna have to find a way to deal with the immediate incarnation of Keddy. Trying to see if we can just maintain the pressure on the mage. Gonna be a freeze for Jayhawk. You gotta find a way to deal with the blades. They're just gonna be constant pressure that he's gotta constantly deal with. Trying to go for a bit of damage on the Ked. Back it up out of there. Looking for maybe actually trying to go for a full reset. Still big bleeds on a J. It's going to be an ice block. I was looking to see if maybe Ked got him some Shadow Meld. I was expecting a stun onto Jay, but apparently that just didn't go off at all. So Ked is in a great spot. Was able to get a pretty big defensive out of Jay, but the man has blinks. He got himself all the time. Still holding on to a trinket, so he's A-okay. Is actually going to charge right in, but a bash is going to stop him. Trinket out of Jay, freezing Ked before he gets himself out of that situation. You definitely going to have to get some kind of line of sight on Ked, away from any kind of pillars, and then blast him out. By the way, loving the fact that you got the Ash of Vein daggers and you got the enchants on those. That looks great, by the way. Whenever you pop out of cat form, whenever you get to see it, just for a second, I guess next time you go healing yourself. Big bleeds on Jay. Does want to get himself some damage on the Ked. Big missiles to follow. If only he had touch of the magic on top of it. Blinking and trying to get himself an interrupt, but a bear form is available for Ked. Jay trying to see if he can stave off these bleeds with his own shields, but the man actually doesn't have too many bleeds on him. Ked popping right back out without even catching himself a restun, but I guess he got himself last second, maybe still got himself a stun. There you go. Oh, it'll look good. If only he could get like the red daggers too, like the nightmarish daggers, but I don't think there's too many options when it comes to the feral daggers. Is there? Trinket interrupt onto that burst. Jayhawk is able to get a trinket out of Ked, so that could be maybe good. It's just Ked in most cases, like he doesn't get polyed. There's no stuns for Jay. Roots, you can shift most of them. So there's not really a lot for him to trinket. Maybe like a breath. Does go for the interrupt. Trying to see if he can get aggressive with those interrupts on the arcane damage of Jayhawk. And Jay doesn't really have much in terms of ice block, in terms of survivability. I think it's just over. Yeah, the bleeds do end up rotting him down little by little. Ked just had to get the pressure rolling at all times with Jay. Let the dots do plenty of work. Let the consistency rot him down over time. Holy Saya coming out in the open. He doesn't really want to fight Ked behind the pillar. He'd rather fight him on his own terms, man. If you can just get the Feral out in the open, stun lock him down with a big Crusade, force the Feral to rotate every single one of these defenses, because the Feral could just die through defenses through Paladin's Crusade damage. Is going to go for a stun, wants to go behind the pillar, but realizes that he needs to get those dots in there. Stun as the Thorns is up. Bark's got to follow Ked. Does not have a trinket for this one. So for Holy Sight, this could be a good spot. Wake up Ashes. Can he maybe stay up on top of Ked? Trying to wall together with the Heart of the Wild for Ked. Should give him a lot of that survivability as the Shield of Vengeance is out for Holy Saya. Trying to see if he can go aggressive while tanking up damage a little bit. Mad burst onto Ked. Trying to see if he can keep some pressure rolling to Holy Saya. Bubble to give him that immunity. Ked looking to escape. Does he have the line of sight? Needs to find a way out of this situation. Almost gets away with that Shadow Meld, but I think it's just going to be down for the count as Holy is going to end up slamming it down. Good use of that Shadow Meld. Didn't quite get you out into a better position, but it was still pretty nice. Athos up next and wants to give my man Holy Saya as much of an honor duel. At least let him catch up full of health. There's only so much you can really do with the Crusade Wings, bubble, everything, but at least goes for a nice little honorable bow between the two Paladins. I like that, man. I like that a lot. Hell yeah. Holy Saya opening up with a judgment. So is Aether. Both paladins judging each other. Stun. That's going to be a immediate trick out of Holy Saya. Trying to see if he can break away from the damage. Big blind to give himself a little bit of that breather away from Aether. But that Crusade Wings is still active. You better have yourself a Blessing of Protection or a Spell Warden to deal with it. Shield of Vengeance, you got that. You better use that Lay on Hands. Try to see if you can just lay on hands and heal through the damage. Actually, might be the play. Aether with a Spell Warden, just trying to make sure he got himself that immunity as he's chasing after Holy Saya. The man can't even go for a stun or nothing. And it's just over the Hodge by Aether, taking him out. Wanted to make sure he's maximizing the value of a big Crusade Wings. And Deathwish trying to see if he can get himself an angle. Needs to make sure he's got an Atherman in a good spot so you can go for Sniper Shot. Does walk away from Pillar into a rapid fire. That's going to be quite a bit of damage. Deathwish, I think, was that a random proc of damage, or is that like, I think that was actual True Shot, actual use of True Shot, because sometimes Hunters do get a random proc of True Shot, but I think it's only if you cast Arcane Shot, no, Aim Shot, right? Blind into Deathwish. Atherman does not have wings for a good while. Deathwish could have Atherman in a good spot. Explosive Shot, Death Shock him. That's a lot of damage together. Is able to go for a little bit of healing. Just trying to see if he can survive this damage. Trying to see if he can play against it as best as possible with self-survivability. Volley for just a moment. There's going to be yet another Explosive Shot to follow. Scatter Shot into Aether as he goes in for Wake of Ashes. Freeze as the man sinks into the quicksand, into the ground. This is where Deathwish has a good spot to maybe get some damage, but his health is not feeling that great. Hunters take a lot of damage, man. They got a lot of defensives, but the damage you take is a ton. Deathwish committing a lot of defenses just now. Turtle as well as Survival of the Fittest. Maybe a bit of an overlap between the two, but at this point you gotta have something. Anything. Shot him up for just a second. Freeze Trap, maybe no. Aether just ends up keeping the pressure on the Hunter. As a Hunter, you are squishy unless you have a defensive for every single approach. Like every time you're fighting Aether, anytime he's hitting you, if you're not rotating Survival of the Fittest, or feign deathing and trying to see if you can back away behind the pillar, or pop an acceleration, or using Bear's Fortitude, it's kind of rough. That's why a lot of Hunters even play with a pet, because at least you get that sack as well on top of it, you know? Gonna be Skillmonger up next. Full stun by Aether. Is gonna go for the trinket as it is full Crusade out of Atherman. Has Bubble in case he wants to use it. Is gonna use Bubble. This is your opportunity. You could actually just wipe this monk off the face of the earth if you're careful enough. Got himself plenty of range. Karma should be available for Skillmonger, so could reverse it back into Aether. Blind for just a second. Kind of lowish on health. Aether taking quite a bit of hits too as well. Doesn't really have much to work with here. Has himself Shield of Vengeance. There goes the Karma as well as the Forward Brew. Skillmonger tanks up as much as possible. Hoping to slow down Aether. He has himself Lay on Hands, so could use that. If you use it carefully. Stun. Wait, no more trinket. Oh, Aether does end up getting himself one more kill pickup. My man. Oh, and he still has himself Lay on Hands. Nelly trying to see if he can get around the corner. Got himself fully empowered. Nelly needs to get back in there as soon as possible. Does go for the Oppressive Roar. Aether knows he is going to expect a deep breath out of the dragon. If you can use that mobility to catch up to Aether, you'll be golden. You just got to get him out in the open some way, somehow. Got himself instant cast at the very least. Living Flame was able to get himself damage while moving, but Atherman is just trying to see if he can blink away at Nelly, trying to go for a little bit of healing. Charging out as Nelly playing a little bit defensive, but Aether is out in the open. Could be opportunity for Nelly to make a play. Deep breath. Does it, Aether? You have a big go. Fire breath into eruption. Aether barely surviving it, but still is actually kind of okay. Nelly super low in health as well. Big land hands. Will that be enough? Stun into Nelly. Has a trinket for this one. Has himself plenty of damage as well. Knocking Aether back. Big blasters. Aether barely alive. Got himself a little bit of light inside. Nelly reversing all that time. He needs to get himself as much healing as possible. Whatever healing you got, use it now. Big damage out of Aether. Wait a second, Nelly. Oh my goodness, that was even cheat death. My goodness, Aether. Or man, my goodness, was able to somehow swing it back on top. That was close between him and Nelly, blasting each other out. God, the augmentation of Ochre Burst is so brutal. The breath together with the knockup. I think Aether at that point maybe had a defensive. I think it was Sporecloak Dan, right? The game was kind of short too. It wasn't super high into dampening, so I think if that's Sporecloak, if that was any higher dampening, Sporecloak would not have saved you. That was rough. Let's get another one going, yeah? Do you want to switch up the teams a little bit? I'm going to head off to bed. Thank you so much, Aether. Aether, Team Aether, I'm just going to reform that group. So everybody who was on Team Aether, I know you want me to take over. I'm just going to reform it so we can get new bodies in here. Thank you so much, Aether. Tell your team to scram, join this new group. We'll get these guys in here. I'll try to get as many new names as we can, okay? Thank you so much. Appreciate ya. You have yourself a good one, my guy. Say bye-bye, Aether, chat. Tell Aether good night. Oh, God. Everything's so Not pixelated. Frame dropping. Thank you so much, my guy. I got killed by scummy body pullers that didn't care about people. No! Wait, what do you mean body pullers? Like somebody pulled with a body and then ran off and then they just like refocused on you then? Is that what happened? Go to bed, GG's. Appreciate so much, my guy. Appreciate you. Gonna reform your group. Get some new faces. QI2M, my guy. Have yourself a good night. Pissed off because it was 2 bars off level 10. Man, what area were you in? What did the body pull? What killed you? That's unfortunate. How much time did you spend leveling to level 10? That's another question. Mature rogue? Yeah, mother welcome to, man. I could join Yang here. Yeah, mother welcome to. 4 rogues and 2 big NPCs. Oh man. How to change the playstyle? Usually I'm defensive. Yeah, I think with dampening and stuff, sometimes you just have to get aggressive. Like some classes, you just have to hit hard. This patch is all about aggression. It's just, we can get Judy and Trix, I think, and we'll get 2 new faces that haven't played. Nina, if you want to join, Nina, we got a spot right now. If it's still around, get me in. Yeah, I can get you in. Let's see if we can get some faces that haven't got to play much. So Nina, you're more than welcome to join us. Or if you get some fresh new bodies like Silvers, if he's still around, we can get him in. But yeah, Athel, I do agree with you on that. I think it's a dampening though. It's not quite as bursty of an expansion or aggro expansion as Shadowlands, but you are rewarded for staying aggressive. Join also? Awesome. Nina, there you are. No more flagging people, yeah? Let's go back at that one. So Jane's ready. We just need Uno Mas. So if you guys want to join, groups are listed right now. This is your chance. If you want to join the 5V5 1v1 groups, they're listed right now. Team Mathaman is Gonski. Using bubble to go on the offensive because he ain't gonna heal cooldowns. Yes, that is. I'll agree with you on that. Yeah, using your bubbles and bops aggressively is probably the play. That's like you basically can do everything else as you were, but using bubbles and bops like offensively, thinking of them aggressively, seems like the play. Because like sometimes you just want to bubble and you want to run away and heal, but it's like dampening ain't gonna let you. Paladin healing is not the same as it was. Word of Glory healing is just not gonna keep you alive. Sheep, we can get sheep in here, yeah. Look at sheep. It's 2 rogues on this team, but I think I'll be fine. 2 rogues is fine as long as we don't get like super stealthy games in here. But we'll see. You know what I mean? Have yourself a good night, Atha. Appreciate you, my guy. Who do I don't think I have a single one of you guys added on Real ID, do I? Who do I add on Real ID? Who wants to add me, man? One of you guys got to be Real ID. We got to be Real ID friends, man. We got to be friends if you want to be able to lead this group. 1, because I need more friends, and 2, because I have none, and 2, because it won't let me queue you unless I have you added in Real ID. So somebody's gonna have to have me added. No, you're good, sheep. No, you're good. I was just trying to remember like how many rogues we had. We can have 2 rogues in the team. Like we try to keep the teams kind of like not too much of a single class in that team. So up over a group of somebody that could work. Added you. You can have me lead with 1 group. So we'll need to find a way to get Crazy Cat in that group. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. So you're with Brizaz right now. If you join me, and then we'll send somebody over to Brizaz, that'll work. Yeah. 1 minute. Okay, so Trix needs to break. But yeah, we'll just do that real quickly. We'll do this. We can get Crazy Cat in. I'm a realistic Crazy, or if you just want to whisper me, tell me to invite you, that could work. Invite? Yeah, that'll work. So we'll get Crazy Cat in just because I have Crazy Cat added. We'll do a switcheroo here. Perfect. Somebody's gonna have to go to the other team. Gonna give you guys one of our own here. Who wants to go over to the other team? Who wants to go to the other team? We're swapping Delhi into this one. Yeah, I got you. I will. Okay, plushed. Okay. I can in-view when you leave current group. Let me do this real quickly. Sanelli, I'll make a lead. I'm gonna leave this one. Invite me so I can get +1 for your team. Here we go. Breeze ass, invite me so then I can suggest plushed. We'll get you in as soon as I get invited. Here we go. Beautiful. You can pass me lead or I could just hold. I could just suggest invite. Cool. Suggest invite should work hopefully. Oh, target and friendly. Okay, we could do it like this. Plushed. We are opposite factions, but I have the group in LFG again. Same name as before. There we go. Perfect. Nice. My man is quick in the draw. I like it. I like seeing that. Awesome. Groups are listed. Groups are ready. We are good to go. We'll get us out. I don't know how many more we got in us, but we're just going to keep going until we are outski. Let's do invite spectator match. Let's do Blade's Edge, man. Let's give these casters a bit of like a leg up. And Crazy Cat, right? And Crazy Cat. Blades. Let's go. Maybe last one for the night. Maybe we'll do more. It is getting kind of late. I do want to respect you guys' time on EU. And I might need to order pizza as well, because I am getting kind of hungry. Maybe last match, chat. Just letting you know ahead of time. We'll see how I'm feeling after this one. But don't be surprised if we call it, but we'll see, yeah? How did that sound? Back in action. Hell yeah, Trick. Hell yeah. Okay, did I save this one? Tell me I did. By the way, EU, we catching up, man. We got like 200 games on our belt. Hell yeah. We're almost up to like 220, 230 with NA. By the way, NA has been slamming these out of the park for like weeks and weeks now. It is crazy. Like, what are they doing? Alright, Twitch. Got ourselves team one together with Holy Sire, Ray. There goes Red Valley, Jayhawk and the Arcane, Oak and Stormwind in hands. Plus is Assassination this time around. I like it. And then Skill on a Windwalker. Call of Duty on the Boomkin over for the team too. We got Nelly as a Evoker. We got ourselves Nina Ninja as a Retribution Paladin Sheep. Also Assassination. I am liking this Assassination gamers, by the way. Big fan of the fact that we got rogues in the teams. We don't get them as subs. All of them are Assassination, dude. Trying to add the 5% damage buff they've gotten recently. Gonna be pets. Join in for tricks. Immediate. Tyrant join up. Storm better have some and try to see if you can go for a little bit of CC. Full ascendance available. Lazy able to stun up the Tyrant. And as long as Tricks can keep Oaken out in the open, the Tyrant is gonna get big value. Mad Blasters trying to see if he can go Blasters back onto Tricks, but I think the Tyrant may just do you in. Got himself the wall. May need to go for a little bit of blinking all over the place, but may need to go for Guardian Spirit. Actually survived the entire onslaught of demons. Burrow to follow Tricks, looking pretty anti-healthy, stun onto Oak and got himself the Guardian Spirit. Needs to maximize the value of that one. Actually, his corruption is an extra dot. This man playing this full hand, man, adding every single kind of resource of damage to his name. I guess corruption did get buffed up by 25% recently, didn't it? I don't think it'll be enough to like make it worth use unless you are Affliction, but the fact that all warlocks can use it technically isn't the worst. Gonna be a fear onto Oak, but I think I was able to avoid it somehow. Still not out of the woods, and all these pets are gonna end up clobbering you down. Just the army of the fell, army of the... I was gonna say I'm dead because I'm so used to Unholy Death Knights, but the army of demons just overpowers you. The pet trying to see if he can get around, does stun Jayhawk, could go for a blink. Is he going to be able to maximize the value of the poly? Does go for the breath. That's going to be poor for Tricks. At least all your pets are getting frozen down there. So Tricks is kind of separated from his army for a bit. Trying to go for a summon and J. Summon up more pets to join in with a hand to go down. But definitely needs something extra. Dark Pack, main to use summon here. That's going to be a quick summon or a fresh new Felguard. Still getting blasted out. Jayhawk with the most amount of damage. Full Arcane Blaster Master right now. Does go for a quick and miss to avoid cast from Tricks. Going to be called Dress Talking, but touch of the magic to go with full burst. I mean, Jayhawk is running circles around the guy, not even letting him play the game whatsoever. Druidy trying to see if he can charge out, needs to get the dots in, leap and then bash with a Root of Silence. I like that combo, that is really aggressive. Star Surges back to back, blasted out Jayhawk. The man is not in a great spot right now, already behind though. Having to go for defenses, maybe an Ice Block out of this man pretty early on, as Ras is going to be out for Call of Duty. Just needs a little bit more resources, massive Star Surges, and there goes the Ice Block. Druidy needs to get himself in a good position. Needs to be ready to just answer versus Jayhawk and blast him out to smithereens as soon as you get a chance. At least keep him out in the open, keep him fully dotted up, and just constant pressured. and make sure you get in most value from your star surges. Trying to stay away. He knows there's going to be a breath out of Jayhawk. Knows he got him some blinks and everything. As well, also alter time could also go for the back blink as well. Reverse blink. Reversal? Is that what's it called? Maybe. Dead damage, dude. Yeah, Arcane, when you get them fully like set up and ready to go, when they get the full touch of the magic and just one circles around you, if they go through rotation properly, I mean, it's a ton. Jayhawk, I like the use of that glacial advance. What glacial advance? It is the glacial icy flow. I think it's icy flow, the thing that lets mages cast while moving. I mean, even if you get knocked back while you're channeling your shifting power, that is kind of nice, honestly. It's like knockback protection, so you can keep casting. Breath onto Druid, as is going to be Jayhawk. Not great health-wise, at least able to reverse a big touch of the magic, or touch of magic and Arcane Surge. This is where Call of Druid, you better be very, very careful. As long as you have line of sight of the Druid, you'll be in a great spot. Interrupt the last second just to make sure he's maximizing the value. Probably has Breath available for this one. More missiles to follow. Druid trying to play super defensive. Touch of the magic collecting quite a bit of damage, though. Barrage is not quite in the execute range, but now there would be if only Jayhawk was not rooted behind the pillar. Ring of Fire should hopefully force the Druid away from the pillar, at least puts pressure on him if they are trying to walk back into the ring, which is actually quite a bit of value for Jayhawk. Druid not feeling that good. Shield is available, got him some plenty of healing. Heart of the Wild is up as well. It's going to be a Kona call for Jayhawk. It's just going to go for shifting power right in the man's face, just trying to see if he got the extra damage with shifting power, but also get that cooldown reduction. Judy is going to be able to at least get himself a Cyclone. Full heal for Judy though, so he's got himself what basically amounts to a lay in hands just for a Druid. Big blast of damage for Druid right now. Now's the time to really get next to Jayhawk and blast him out to smithereens, trying to make sure he got a high ground so he has line of sight. Literally charging at the guy. Does he have a bash or maybe anything? Silence to follow? No, it doesn't have a silence at the moment, but big damage onto Jayhawk. The man is playing with fire right now. This is a Druid fully matched up and ready to go. But he's just gonna walk in, moon literally flying from out of nowhere, just cracking down into you. I'm surprised Judy is not playing into like full moon, like burst playstyle, but I guess they did end up kind of capping that a little bit, didn't they? Jayhawk get himself a bit of a reset. Judy looking out for the guy. May just need to pick up the eyes. So Jayhawk get himself a nice breather. Got himself full cooldowns available. I think he's just gonna go back behind the back to his side of the arena, just maybe sit down, get himself some food, maybe just trying to see if he can get Druid to jump off the top platform so you can keep him out in the open. This way the Druid could maybe make something happen. Ring of Frost almost connects fully. Breath does finally connect. Ring of Frost, keep a Druid out in the open. Perfect opportunity for you to get some damage, especially if you get some movement while casting. You'll be golden. Bash, silence to follow, does have a trinket for this one. At least able to immune a lot of that interrupt value. Bars get available for Druid, able to go for a little bit of healing as well. Does catch up quite a bit though, but still not out of the woods just yet. This Druid is still under a lot of fire right now. As Jayhawk got him some plenty of ability. Barrages has him in the execute range. Just needs to get on top of the guy as best as possible. Does go for Disarm, but Disarm the Mage. I mean, that was like what, way back in like 2016, 2017 strats? Or maybe earlier than that. Doesn't work nearly as well as he thought. But at least he got himself a little bit of recovery. I don't know if Druid has himself like any cooldowns available. But if he does, he definitely needs to make sure you get the line of sight of Jayhawk and just go for them star surges. Icebuck is available for Jay, so he's looking very, very healthy right now. And Judy, more playing defensive than offensive. Breath to follow. I think Jayhawk, he does have some stuff he can do. Touch of the Magic is available. Cyclone doesn't trap last second. Judy not in a great spot. Wait a second, maybe damage is going to be enough. Does get himself a shield last second. I think with a Spore Cloak, that is going to be a root to get the silence, but still lots of damage. And oh my god, the touch of the Magi. As long as you get enough damage coalesce, even if the enemy heals through the beginnings of the touch of the Magi, as long as you can build up a big touch, and as long as the enemy's health is low by the end of it, that's over. He thought he made it out of there. He thought that heal was going to be enough, but no, that just gave Jayhawk a little bit more time to build up the touch of the Magi. That's going to be big damage on Nina. Icebuck available for Jayhawk. He might just have to use it right now. Not in a great spot. Shield of Evidence is available. That is a Paladin without the Crusade Wings. So this is normal wings. Using Icebuck against Crusade Wings, huge value. Normal wings, still value because you're not dead. You're just a block of ice. But the Paladin is going to have those wings available every minute. So if he was able to force a 4-minute cooldown for a 1-minute cooldown, that's a huge trade for the Paladin. Big blast of damage for Jay. Nina doesn't have anything here. Spell Warden is going to keep him plenty healthy though. I thought maybe Shield of Vengeance was needed, but no. Ice block, no, not ice block. Stun onto Jayhawk, does go for the blink. Might as well be the same, like stun and ice block. It does stun the mage, doesn't let him do anything. Spell Warden does not last long at all though. Nina, not in a great spot. Barrage is to follow. Is this gonna be it? Get himself a little bit of healing. Ultra for Jayhawk, plenty of healthy. Wall available for Nina. Trying to see if he can go for the big final wreck onto Jay, but he's got himself Ring of Fire. Nina, if he's gonna walk at you, I mean, it's just gonna have to walk through the fire and flames and everything. That's a lot of extra pressure. Blind to follow. Nina, not in a great spot. Is it gonna be Nova? Nova right after. Brett to follow. Polly. I don't even know if he really needs to poly him at this point. Missiles, bubble. Oh no, he should have just went for a barrage. I feel like if he just did not do the poly, because I forgot about bubble too. You should have been watching around the timer. Shield of it's up for Nina as soon as the bubble falls off. Jayhawk, I don't know what you got here at this moment. Maybe images, maybe all the time last second. Polly, try to see if we can get it going, but no, DR Nina entirely. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this is where I feel like too much CC at that point. Just go in, rip the damage, let it fly, man. A little too much CC maybe, but it's gonna be Skillmonger. Actually, still 3 left in Team 1 and 3 more left in Team 2. So, that's actually quite a long match here, yeah? Nina, did you use wings for that go versus Jay? Or do you still have wings now? You don't have immunity for this one, so this is not going to feel great unless you got summon, blind, stun. Lay on hands last second. I don't know if you really got anything in this moment. Trying to see if we can make some kind of play. Big damage to the monk though, but I think it just might be over. Touch of death might just do you win. Karma? No, Fist of Fury just does you win. Still has Karma. Steals everything, low on health. I don't know if Sheep can maybe run in and stun you immediately. Trying to see if he can make a play. Shadow Step does second step, but it's going to import for skill. Got himself at least a little bit of healing, at least able to see the rogue before the sun comes out. If you can pre-karma that stun, what is that? Restyle. That is actually pretty good, huh? Cheap Shot got himself full in Venom, or at least Rupture. Needs to get all the dots up and running. Trinket for that incap. That is very aggressive. Blind. Sheep, you're not going to be able to get himself proper sap. Got yourself a restyle though. Not bad. Does get himself another cheap shot. The road to follow. Fist of Fury flying in. Able to at least give himself a bit of a breather while the rogue. Karma to follow. Cloak of Shadows. Do you have it? Do you have the cloak that removes the karma? You may need it. If you don't have the cloak that removes karma, that's actually going to be huge for skill. Looks like you don't. You're just going to pop evasion. Try to see if you can just fight through all the karma. I don't know if the man has much to really work with here. No more blind available. Just try to keep the dots onto skill. Skill, perfect opportunity to land the Fist of Fury. Cloak, but no longer have the, don't have that cloak for the evasion. That is unfortunate. I feel like as a rogue, you should almost always run that cloak that gives you immunity for physical damage. Especially if you got like monks. Because you can just cloak that karma, remove it entirely. That would be huge. Nelly, last one left on the team 2, has to find a way to push through skill, playing Devastation instead of Augmentation this time around. Interesting. I feel like we almost never see Devastation anymore. They do great damage. They still have plenty of survivability. They have actually plenty of power. I feel like just Augmentation entirely replaced them for the utility, healing support, group play, and the burst damage they could do. Because it rivals. It just rivals Devastation. Got himself the Shatter. Big damage. Disintegrate to follow. Knockback as the monk goes in for a jab. Trying to go for apartment abilities. Disintegrate to follow. I think it just might be over, but still got himself plenty defense. Forward brew together with a dampen harm. Trinket for Nelly. Got himself defenses as well. Skill, unless you got someone right now, you're getting burned down with a disintegrate. Nelly just needs a little bit of damage to take it down. Maybe Fist of Fury, big kicks. Wait, oh, so close, Nelly, so close. Oh, it does get him down. But a rogue plus is gonna be up next. He's trying to give an honor duel. Look at this guy. I like it. I very much appreciate it. This man, he knows he's feeling confident about this duel. He wants to give Nelly opportunity. We are at 60% dampening, so Nelly is not healing anything. And now that you used a lot of that mana to heal yourself, you got nothing. You do have some cooldowns come back up. It is an assassination rogue, and you do play into that cauterize ability. So if he goes for Death Mark, and you can cauterize it, that'd be golden. Plus, just to go aggressive in the opener. Cloak, everything. Cauterize, immediately removed it. Plush, got himself immunity. Nelly does not have much to work with. Unless you got maybe like a deep breath or something, kick immediately. I think it's just over. Even if you remove the rogue's abilities, that cloak, evasion just kept the pressure rolling in. Nothing you can do in that situation. Jayhawk picking up 2, Skill picking up 2 as well. Nelly get to play, Nino also get to play. Plus, actually everybody gets to play except for like, I think Holy Sire on Team 1, right? I think. Well done, well done. Let's get ourselves another one going if we got good boys, yeah? Actually, hold on. How am I feeling? Am I hungry? Because a lot of the times I'm like so into something, I just forget to eat food and I just feel terrible. Let me take a second to just like let my brain process. Do I need food or am I chilling? Because I'm having a lot of fun. Nope. Let's go. Got nailed. All good, all good, all good, man. It was so close. If it wasn't high dampening, maybe it would have been something that you could work with, but that's rough. I should be able to replicate it, Atho. Should be able to. Need one? Okay, Brizaz. Need one more. Uno más. Okay. Invite. Let's see if we can get you +1. Because we got crazy cat. Let me know if you need more bodies. There we go. Beautiful. You guys are so good at this. Invite Dal, pass lead, let it pop and take care of everything. Love it. By the way, Renewal Blaze didn't heal a thing. Yeah, at that high dampening, it is rough, man. It is rough. Let's be playing sheep. Oh no, you're fine, man. Just run that karma, or if you're gonna be running, like if you see the monk on the enemy team, running that Cloak of Shadows that could more physical damage is huge. I don't really know what you would swap out for it. I don't know what talents you got rolling, but usually like if it's a melee heavy team, Disarmer's good, Smoke Bomb can be good, Hemo can be good unless you're playing Wound Poison, like Shiv Hemo, but it's not necessary, I guess, technically. But yeah. Got a spot available, boys, with Brizaz. Neurono Mas will be good to go. We'll give it like 5-ish minutes. If we don't get a body, or maybe a couple of minutes. We'll give it a couple of minutes. If we don't get a body, we'll call it there. If we do get a body, we'll roll. How does that sound? Just because it is that time of the night, I gotta get some food. It's super late for you boys. I don't want to keep you up. I do appreciate you guys being here, by the way, though. I don't get to do this many late streams. For you, it's super late, too. It's like 2, right? It is... What is it? Local time. 2. It is 2. Yeah. There it is. You guys, it's 2 for you. 3. We lost another one? Wait, what? 3. Oh, you mean 3. Okay. 2 a.m., but it's whatever. Yeah. I don't want you guys to stay up all night, man. I appreciate you, though. These are really, really fun. We don't really get to do these super, super late with the EU. Usually it's NA, which is probably why they have a lot more games under their belts. That's I do food. Oh no, you good, my guy. I'm gonna order pizza, man. It's Friday, 3 o'clock. Yeah, only one. We'll try to. We'll give it a couple of minutes. If we don't get a 1, we'll call it there. You gotta sleep at 5-6. Crazy. That's been my schedule for months, bro. Months. Only like a couple of weeks ago, I finally fixed it. I'm going to bed at normal time and waking up at like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning sometimes. I'm actually waking up at a normal time. I've been a little bit scuffing my sleep schedule a bit recently, like literally recently. So I'm like awake at like 11 or 12. That's late for me now. I want to go back to early. Like sometimes I'm just gonna be sleeping for like 4 hours and I'm awake like at 7 in the morning. I'm just going through the day. Other times I get a little bit extra rest. It usually depends like if I have a video project or not. It's usually what's keeping me awake at night anyway. It's rare. I'm gonna sleep earlier. It's for me for years now. Yeah, dude, it's been like that for me for such a long while. You know what helped? Less coffee. I just drink coffee when I'm streaming, or if I just need like a little bit of energy through the day. But at night, I just struggle through. Like normally at night, I would just chug coffee and I'll get work done. And I just struggle through it. I just go take a shower. I do that thing where I just pop shower into cold, hot. I usually like hot showers, but like I'll wake myself up with a couple of bursts of just freezing cold water, and it feels great. It feels awesome. But that's usually what I started doing. I feel like it's better for me just drinking less coffee in general. I'm not mentally tired, having pulse issues, which makes it able to sleep. Not getting mentally tired, having pulse issues, which makes it. I don't know about pulse issues. I do hope you're doing good on that though, because that sounds like health stuff, and that's health stuff is not fun. But as for like mentally tired, I do feel you on that. Yeah, Luso, very fun, very underrated. It's fine, but it's so high, so yeah. Yeah. I do agree with you on that. Like not being mentally tired. That's a problem for me too. I feel like I've been a lot better with it because I feel like I exhaust myself throughout the day, right? I just like blast my brain with a ton of stuff to do, especially if you can wake up early enough. You just get mentally exhausted by the end of the day and you're ready for sleep. But a lot of the times I would like go to bed. I'm like, my brain isn't tired. My body is, my brain isn't. So I just like watch YouTube videos and stuff, right? And I feel like you just go into like, you can find a video that's kind of decently fun. And did we get a +1? Oh, we got 6. We got a homie. What do we get? We got Houndless. I'm okay with that. Cool with that. We got a body, boys. That is like we actually got a body. Okay, cool. We're good to go. Last one. Yeah. Last one. Okay. We're ready. Let's get ourselves a... What arena do we do? The Grand, we've done that. We've done that. Hook Point? Tigers? We'll do a Hook Point. I like ending duels on Hook Point for some reason. By the way, it is me. What's up, Luso? Came back a week ago, but there's so many bots and keys even. They never attack. They just put one pack at a time and done. Res. Wait, actual bots? Like actual botting? Or just like, is that just you say like people play like they're bots? Because if they're done res, then yeah, that would be sketch. But pulling one, I mean, if you're doing like low level keys too, I feel like you will find a lot of people that are like super casual. They don't really know like you can pull bigger. They'll just like pull super safe, right? They'll take like what they do in a heroic dungeon and they'll just apply that into lower key. But it's like not high enough of a key where it's like, you can totally get away with it and the timer's plenty generous. You know? I feel like when you start doing like higher keys though, you're just gonna find players that are on the same like speed as you. 15s? Yeah, 15s is a little weird. I mean, I guess 15s are like the new like 7s because everybody's doing 20 pluses. That's literally bots. Oh man, that's weird. A 15, man. It's been a while since I've done a proper 15. But I guess I do alt keys and alts. But I usually like to do homies though. Which I usually get like somebody who can tank for us. So I guess for me it's a little different. Holy Sire over on team 1. We got Houndless joined in over on that team. We got Jayhawk, Storm as well as Plush ready to go with an opener. It's Call of Duty. I do like your name, by the way. Opening up versus Holy Sire, but he does round the bend. I feel like Call of Duty gotta get these boys out in the open, rot him down in play. Got ourselves Nelly, Draco over in the team. We got Nina, we got Sheep, we got ourselves Trick. This is gonna be Call of Duty trying to see if we can get himself a better position. Holy Sire is perfectly fine, just getting a couple of plinks at Call of Duty while chilling the back and healing as much as possible. Just hanging out for a good bit until he can get himself a better position. Judy, I think, needs to get himself out in the open. Does go for the root while Holy Side trying to reposition. Hand for him, keep him running. Can't get into a bash. Got himself hopefully plenty of damage reduction. You may need it. That is a full set of wings. Got himself defense. But Holy Side looking just to keep blasting at Judy. Back to back. Trying to go for a kick. Dude, trying to kick Flap? Is that what you're trying to do? It looked like they were trying to cast Flap. I swear it looked like you were trying to kick Flap. Gonna be disarming the Paladin for a second just to take away some of the strength for a moment longer. Stun on the Judy. Main in a bad spot. Does he just go down? That is still full Crusade Wings. Got us a plenty of survivability. Is this gonna be... What is this Druid taking a portal? What is that? Hold on a second. Druid getting an assistance from Trick? Is that what's going on? Oh, that's gonna feel bad if Holy Sire loses just because of that play. Cyclone doesn't get to do it into Rebuke. Judy doesn't end up going down. My goodness. What is that play? That portal last second. I fired with you guys using like, okay, Warlock Hellstones, we can't control those, right? You bought one down, it's gonna be so well. Everybody's gonna take one. Fine, but one make rules about that. But dropping a portal and he uses that as an assist? That's some next level. Stun, but actually Holy Sire also gets stunned up, although he does get to immune it, sorta kinda, with not Spell Warden. Blessing of Sanctuary, I think it is. Got himself Spell Warden though, on top of it. The physical damage from the demons though isn't stopping. The man can only stop some of the magic damage or physical damage. He can only do both. But these pets, as a Demonology Warlock, you actually basically equal to a warrior with a little bit of magic damage. Demon Bolts, your main pet, some of the biles from your Vile Fiends, that does magic damage, but a huge portion of your damage is just physical damage from your pet to your Dreadhounds to Vile Fiends, Second Felguard, anything else you summon. I think the only thing that else does magic damage is just imps, yeah. I feel like Blessing of Protection is actually better than Spell Warden against the Warlock at this point, like in Demonology specifically. Unless they got a big Tyrant, I feel like if they got just a bunch of President Physical, Blessing of Protection and Bubble for Holy Saya does not have the wings to follow it up. Trix just needs to find a way to live this. Goes in for a stun, but the man got immunity. Trix just needs to live this a little bit longer. Goes in, interrupted. Dark Pack still available. Blaster on Dark Pack very, very quickly. At least got himself a port. Needs to get himself a bit of damage. Stun. Does Holy Saya take him? Oh my god, he does get himself wings last second. At least he was able to make it happen. I don't really know if he needed to pop wings at the end there, but honestly, it's better to use them than not use them, right? Sheep is going to be up next, trying to see if he can skulk over towards Holy Saya. He's got to wait out the Crusade wings. They just ramped up. This is him in the strongest. You're not going to attack him while he's got himself full cooldowns, are ya? No way. As he goes in with a cheap shot, get himself a couple of dots. Going to be immediate wall for Holy Saya. So for Sheep, it's actually kind of a good spot to be in. He's playing a little careful. Evasion really early. Holy Saya trying to get some counter pressure before the dots really ramp up. He's trying to see if he can keep Sheep out in the open. Sheep taking a bit of damage as well. Hand for him to keep up on the guy. Does get the Blade of Justice, even though through the evasion. I guess the Blade just kind of ignores the evasion, right? Stun onto Sheep. Trinket. The man goes in for a advantage. Sheep trying to reapply Amplifying Poison though. What the? Disarm onto Holy Saya does have Sheep pick up a little bit of health as well too. Holy Saya will not have wings for a good while. That's a final wreck on the Rogue though. Maybe can make something happen blind. Trinkets out of it immediately. This way Sheep could go for a stun if he wanted to. Holy Saya is plenty healthy. The Cloak of Shadows right after, trying to see if he can get away from Holy Saya, but a Shield of Vengeance is going to give him plenty of defense. Sheep needs to make a play, otherwise he's just done for. Does go in for the final hammer. Both Nelly as well as Nina charging out. One of them wants to be able to take down Holy Saya. They need to figure out very quickly who's going first, who's going last. And Nelly's at least given Holy Saya a little bit of like an honor duel, at least giving him a breather after the Rogue duel. Giving him a chance here. Is playing Devastation though, not Augie. Just gonna go for as much damage as possible. Holy Saya, no more bubble available, doesn't have Spell Warden, has himself Lay on Hands and maybe Crusade. So Nelly, how do you hit him with a Shatter around the pillar? You literally weren't even line of sight of the guy. What is that? Hand of Freedom for Paladin, trying to see if he can close the gap. Big blasters for Nelly. Mad damage by the Paladin though. Just trying to see if he can slay the dragon, massacring him right now. Holy Saya with a Lay on Hands, deep breath to follow Nelly. No help whatsoever. Does get himself whatever healing available. A little bit of disintegrates as well as range damage. That's all he's got. But this hammer is just flying. Oh my god, Holy Saya! With Nina charging out. Holy got nothing for this one. Shield of Vengeance is all he's got. Maybe he can go for, I don't know, the I was gonna say Blessing of Sanctuary, but that's about it. Shield is all you have. He got 40 seconds on the bubble, 45 seconds. Do you live it? Nina charging out. He does not want to give you an opportunity here. Holy, whatever healing he's got, if you can somehow stun or control Nina and go for regenerating, might be the play. Goes in for a stun, trying to stay aggressive here. Wants to see if he can go for that hit and run. Walk by, stun him, hit him, run away. Get himself a little bit of healing. Final Reg just sending it. Holy, he needs something right now. Next stun. Blind is not going to feel great, but a stun is going to be even deadlier. Needs something for this one. He's at least generating Holy Power. Got himself Ward of Glories at the very least. Wake of Ashes stun, and I think it's over. I think it goes for Nina unless Holy got something. Last second. Bit of healing. Oh no, it's over. 8 seconds on that bubble. 8 seconds on that bubble, man. Almost did it. Now it's time for Nina. An opportunity. Oh, switch to sub. Oh, I like the flail, by the way. I feel like almost nobody ever uses the flail anymore. I kind of miss the flail, but the dagger, the flail, looks good, honestly. Nina at least is given a perfect opportunity to get himself a reset versus Rogue. I like this. Honor duels, man. I like the honor. Oh my goodness. Sap in the open, a Shadow Strike. Nina does walk into this duel with Bubble and Blessing Protection, so that might be okay. Blessing! Secret Technique goes through it anyway. Plus, just goes in for a bit of a hit and run and trying to see if he can do that run part. It's going to be a stun. Trigger to follow. It doesn't get slowed down, but the Wake of Ashes is going to be Vanish out of the Rogue. For Nina, at least able to get some cooldowns on a Plush. At least Vanish. Cloak and Evasion still holding on though. Rogue is going to go for that Shadow Strike right around the corner. Stun. Nina has a wall for this one, so at least able to dampen some of the damage. Not out of the woods. Maybe a bubble situation, unless they don't even get a chance. Shield of Vengeance, but it's going to be a blind by the Rogue. Looking for a reset. Nina maybe can go for a bit of reheal. A little bit Hand of Freedom. I don't know if he catches up to the Rogue. Yeah, maybe that's where picking up the eyes might be the play though. For Barons, as the question, is that up right now? Can you bubble this? I guess we'll find out in a bit here. Once the rogue is down, sapping you. Shadow Strike wants to go in for a kidney shot. Do you have a bubble? Does have a bubble. Does he have an answer for the rogue? Because he doesn't have a Cloak of Shadows anymore. Vanish to follow. The rogue has cloak. He has himself evasion. Vanish has been used. Does he have dots on him? No, rogue has no dots, but he does have cold blood. He is not going to be able to cold blood a secret technique though, unless he goes in for like a cheap shot secret technique. He may just have to. May have to be careful with it. Shadow Strike. That is unfortunate. So secret technique may not get the crits he needs. Wings available for Nina. Trying to see if he can make a play. Stun is going to be short versus Plush. Got himself Cloak of Shadows, so maybe he can still make some damage happen. Secret technique, mad damage on the Paladin. Land hands to give himself a little bit of protection. Gouge last minute. Next stun by the Rogue is going to be deadly. Nina needs to have something for this one. Will not have a human racial. Shield advantage needs to be used immediately. Cheap shot. Wait, this gives you an opportunity. Plush is using cheap shot defensively. Nina, you can charge out. That DR is going to be pretty good for you. Got himself a wall ahead of time. Maybe Shield of Vengeance as you come up to the Rogue. Vanish by Plush does get himself the defensive Vanish right back in action. Nina may need to go in for him. No human racial. Oh, it's going to be rough. Plush either kills you right here or maybe not. Shield of Vengeance. You might need to be first global. Shield? No. Kidney shot. Do you live this? That could be secret technique. Cold blood. I think it's over. Cheap shot, eviscerate, shield of Vengeance last second, stun onto Plush. Do you have anything at all right now? Wake of Ashes, got yourself a little bit of healing. No wings for a good bit. Blind backup for Rogue. You should have a trinket hopefully for this next stun. 30 seconds until you have a human Rachel. At least access to that. Sab by the Rogue. This Plush gets to take you out. He got evasion still. No more vanishes. Do you have a stun? Do you have anything? Kidney shot? I think it's over, right? I think it's done. Oh, cheap shot. Ah, yeah. Plush played that super save though. Played it very clean. Holy Sire picking up 4. I didn't even realize this man was just slamming these boys out of here. Him and Atherman picked up 4. Not bad at all. Well done. That was a close one, man. That was actually so close. My goodness. GG's, boys. GG's, everybody. This slowing build will be good for facing actual melee. Yeah, that's the one the Paladin was stacked like Neo Root effect. Really? I gotta look at it again. So you played that Disintegrate slow, yeah? Is that common for like evokers? That's neat though. That's awesome. That's something that Augie doesn't have at all. That's nutty. GG, girls too. Oh yeah, GG, guys, girls, everybody, man. Thank you all so much for coming by, chat. I do appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, no, you know, you're right. We should be a little bit more inclusive. What am I thinking about here? I gotta respect the audience. What am I doing here with my life, man? Okay, just make sure this all saved. Thank you all so much for coming by. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Tomorrow we'll be doing more duels, this time for the team NA. I'm gonna go see if I can get myself some game result to for the night. Yo, thank you so much for coming by, Nina. We do these every single Friday and Saturday. Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. About the same time when we started the stream, you're more than welcome to join us Fridays for EU, and NA gamers are more than welcome to join us for NA. Anybody and everybody's welcome. We'll have the groups listed. Join our Discord. I just announce every time we go live for the stream. Announce on the Discord every single time. So you guys are more than welcome to pop in. Anybody, again, welcome any single time we do these. I'm sure we're gonna have some more boys next week, hopefully. We'll see how the whole like classic hardcore thing, if it's gonna keep its gusto going by next week. But I'm hoping to see my man Krager, Kreiser, Sentry, all of them back next week. Talrion maybe. I'm sure we didn't see him tonight because they were out there gaming. I probably need to give classic hardcore a try myself, man. I don't know if you guys are gonna try it. I probably should give it a go at some point though. Let's see if the server queues are any good. But thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna go get myself food, chill, get some of these video projects, like cracking through them little by little, yeah. Maybe play a little bit of Baldur's Gate, that or do keys if my homies are around for some keys. Because that could be pretty fun. Alrighty, you guys have a wonderful evening. How do we join for NA from Europe? Good question. NA from Europe. You will not be able to join NA unless you have an NA account. That's just, WoW, like WoW NA and the EU are different. It's not like Overwatch where you can just switch it. Yeah, you would need an NA account. So if you have an NA account, you can, but you should be aware, I'm not telling you need to get an NA account. It's not like a requirement. You will experience lag if you're trying to play in your region. But maybe if you guys stick around for these duels, and if you guys are regular, if you guys are still watching the channel even like years later, whenever we get the next expansion, or if you do like a PTR stream, if you want to try some duels in PTR, that's an opportunity for EU and NA to play against each other. There is a bit of lag, specifically anti-EU, but at least it's an opportunity. We did those back during Dragonflight Alpha and Beta, And we did those during like certain PTRs of Shadowlands too, when there was like no content. But here's this Legion, my man Plush. I appreciate you, my man. That's a long time, dude. What an expansion that was. I loved it. At first I had a little bit of weird time with it because Outlaw Rogue felt so weird to combat. And I felt like rogues were just getting shafted because for a good bit we only had assassination as a viable spec. And then anytime like Outlaw had anything good for PvP, they nerfed it. Like defensively, it was strong. Don't get me wrong, it was strong. But at the time it felt like sour. So I remember I was like kind of sour at the beginning of Legion. But my god, man, once I got an actual guild and I'm raiding and I'm doing stuff, and once I got into M+ in particular, oh, the game really opened up for me. That was closer to the late though. But Mage Tower, I think, is one moment it was like, okay, this game is awesome. Because there's so much to do out in the open world for myself. But then there's group stuff like dungeons, raids, PvP. First time I found it, that was like 7.2573. Yo, dude, Legion days. Legion was good, man. Legion was good for my channel. BFA somewhat too. Especially after like 8.2 and stuff. Shadowlands was weird. But we can all agree with that. Bring back Karma Bite. Dude, for real, for real. After more like those, yo, we need more Affies in these duels. I'm hoping we'll see some afflictions tomorrow. Because Affie got buffed this week, and people have told me that apparently the big drain, the big, what do you call it, man? Like nobody, I don't know a lot of people that use it, but it's like Oblivion, right? Oblivion Drain. It is huge, 40% more damage. Drain Soul Healing, dude, yeah! Drain Soul Healing was mad back then. Affliction Warlock in general was nuts, man. You would just seed spam, you just put dots, couple of your ways, just strain. You couldn't die. The buff rogues damage when they nerfed it on our after release. Was it really? Back in Legion? Man. Yeah, I'm hoping, man, Plush, I'm hoping for like a rogue rework for 10.2. They have 10.2 coming out on PTR sometime soonish, at some point in the future, hopefully. But yeah. Yes. 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 Jayhawk is asking if that was last game. Yes, it was. Gorma Bite, crit shoulders. Yeah. The 100% crit, Vanish crit. I like how those Legos were like super strong for PvE, but like they weren't functional in PvP. Imagine, dude. And then they brought it back for Shadowlands, and people were just like killing people in the opener. Shadow Strike, Kyrian, Eviscerate. That was it. It was over. Game was done. The anime was done. You literally, that's all you had to, or maybe just cheap shot Kyrian, and if you got on that calm point, Eviscerate, that's it. Backstab. Oh my god, man. Yeah, I remember playing around with the green screen shoulders. There was even gloves for Outlaw for like a Blade Flurry for like first 3 seconds. Blade Flurry did far more damage. When I take a tanks, I mean, with duels, it's just really difficult. Like tanks are not really balanced for PvP like DPS are, right? They have more like a self-healing, battle of attrition, even more like utility. I'd be down to have tanks. It's just like, let's say like a bear druid is just gonna outlive the enemy. They're not gonna kill them with burst and play. It's gonna be like, I'm just gonna keep using my defensives and healing and just outlive you. And then the game's going to high dampening. Like if it was like, you know how a mage walks in, they don't have any self heals, but they can like outmatch like a druid or outmatch a warrior or outmatch a warlock, right? With careful play, timing their CC, big burst, mobility, good use of defensives. Yeah, for a lot of the tanks, they just kind of like, I will show. I mean, hey, if there's a tank class out there that can walk in and one-shot people, I'll be down to give them a run. We had Brewmasters in these before, okay? Killigen, way early into Dragonflight, walked in, I think it was maybe even Alpha and Beta. I was like, Brewmaster? Oh, we don't do tanks here. But I was like, you know what? I'll let Killigen do it. I'll let Killigen run. And the first person who was doing, I think it was a Rogue, right? Rogue went through full stun lock or whatever. The guy just threw a keg at him. 20% of Rogue's health was gone. He threw another keg, 50% of his gone. Kick, the Rogue was at 2 health, vanished. And that's when my mind was blown. Like if somebody who has a tank and you feel like you can actually get some funny one-shots, I'm down to give it a go, man. I'd rather play Prot Pally and solos. Hey, have you seen Paladin where it's like a sword and board red Paladin? It's kind of like a Prot Paladin. It's a lot of resources. You get a lot of Word of Glories out of it if you want to give it a try. That's a thing. I was gonna make myself some lunch, dinner, whatever. Enjoy food. I'll have a good day. Yeah, all good, all good. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Just wondering, what's up, Pam? Now they added gouge and the nerve damage. Dragonflight, true. I do hope they give us a rework. Not even on damage wise, just like playstyle wise. If we go last is blood DK for damn, that is something maybe we can do, but it's like it's just gonna play the games which are like super high damp. It is a way we can go about it, but like we usually don't have tanks because tanks slow down the game and they're not designed as well as like a DPS for PvP. They're not balanced as well. Like they don't put as much work into them for like PvP specifically. I'm not against it if you have like something cheesy you want to show off, right? Like Chill Pills at some point developed like a big Death Strike one-shot mechanic where it was like an execute mechanic where if you got like a good combo, 2 Death Strikes, people could die. I was like, all right, we'll let you run it. And I was able to get 3 kills out of it. It was like some really cheesy damage. It was like only during certain cooldowns, but it worked. But usually we don't have like tanks in just because like they're not tuned as well as DPS are for PvP. But hey, if you got something cheesy, if you got like a one-shot, I'm down to do it like once. Not against it. I had some funny moments, but usually we just try not to let the games go too high into dampening. I know Blood DK is just healing too much, so that's why I'm gonna do some damage so defense goes hard. If you have like some kind of a one-shot build for DK and you can guarantee you can like one bang somebody or like 2 or 3 globals to kill them, I'm down. We'll see. Crazy. How does that sound? We'll try. We'll see next week. Yeah, we'll see next week because maybe we can give it a try, right? Glad I can see myself in solos and really get you. Well, most of the people get toxic in ranks and solos, but well, so if you yeah. In solos it can be pretty something for sure. I do like whenever I play solos, I usually just like try not to be toxic people. I just like to play it out and win or lose, even if I'm going like 06. It's like, what else can you do, right? You take it on the chin, you queue up next game, you know. But yeah. But yeah, plus Rogues with Resonator, rush on Rogue, beat up the course. Yeah, dude, Resonator, that's another thing. Hopefully we'll see like a good Rogue rework though with 10.2. I'm hoping we'll see 10.2 stuff. Hell, even before 10.17 comes out. I would love to see it. I think we'll get it about the same time. Like what, next week is when 10.17 comes out. So not this reset, but the reset after that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Have a great night. Yo, thanks so much for coming by. You guys are awesome. I'm really bad at like ending streams, but yeah, thank you all. You guys are great. I'm gonna go get myself some food and maybe play some ball. We'll see. You guys have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow. Peace.